2022, only Aaron Judge has more than his 219 home runs. Let's bring back Buster Olney. Buster, he's been a big-time performer in the postseason with the Cubs, Red Sox, and Phillies. What can you say about his ability to raise his game when the stakes are the highest?
And it especially has happened here in Philadelphia. I talked to him last week about his time with the Phillies, and he just mentioned that from the first day that he joined this team, the fans here embraced him. Even when he was that really clunky outfielder who didn't make a lot of plays, they cheered for him. He was a free agent last fall, if you remember, and there were rumors he might go back to Cincinnati. Maybe the Mets would get involved. Friends of his told me he really values what he has here in Philadelphia. He's putting himself in a position, I think, to take a run at perhaps one day induction into the Hall of Fame.
Schwarber's fourth All-Star selection, 32 home runs at the break, most prior to the All-Star break in franchise history, tied for sixth most in National League history. He joined the Pat McAfee show on Playing in this Midsummer Classic.
Like, this is an honor for us to be here. I remember the first time I got selected to an All-Star game. I was hurt, actually. I blew up my hamstring, and I got voted in. And I was like, man, do I keep doing my rehab through the break? And John Lester pulled me aside. He goes, hey, you're going. He goes, you're going to the All-Star game. He goes, it's your first one. It might be your last one. You never know. And just to experience it and be around the best of the best and see what they do and just have the festivities and everything like that, I was like, you're right, I'm going to go. And the first time there, you just kind of felt like a puppy dog, right? Like, you're just looking around. You don't want to say much. And watching guys go about their business, and it really was an honor. And now that I've gotten to do this a couple times after, it still feels like that. And you want to feel like that. You put on a spectacle, right? Like, I remember being the kid watching the home run derby. Like, now, full circle moment, there might be a kid trying to be you, in the backyard trying to hit home runs like that, right? Like, so,
sure.
You just never know. And we only play this game for so long. Like, that's the biggest thing. We only play this game for so long. Yeah, injuries get in the way, health, right? There is a huge big picture that we're all trying to get to right at the end of the day, and that's holding up a World Series trophy and having a parade down Broad Street. And you want to make sure that there still is a long road ahead after this, but also too, you want to make sure that you take this honor seriously.
That's good stuff right there from Kyle Schwarber, who's leading off for the National League, followed in the lineup by Juan Soto, who's the youngest player to be an All-Star with 4 different franchises. Here's a look at the National League starting lineup.
The National League starting lineup. Leading off, Kyle Schwarber, designated hitter, Philadelphia Phillies. Schwarber was the first in the majors to reach 30 home runs this season and leads the team in homers, RBI, and on-base percentage. The lefty slugger has the chance to become the first player since Mike Trout to win back-to-back All-Star Game MVP awards. Batting second, Juan Soto, right field, New York Mets. This will be Soto's 5th All-Star appearance and his 2nd start, leading the struggling Mets in most offensive categories. At age 27, he's the youngest player by far to make the All-Star game for 4 different franchises: the Mets, Yankees, Padres, and Nationals. Batting third, Freddie Freeman, first base, Los Angeles Dodgers. Making his 10th All-Star appearance, the most among the starting 9. The 36-year-old is having another stellar season, leading the club with 103 hits and 23 doubles at the break. Batting fourth, C.J. Abrams, shortstop, Washington Nationals. An All-Star selection for the 2nd time, Abrams is making franchise history as the first National shortstop to ever start in the Midsummer Classic. He's helped Washington become an offensive force in the National League. Batting 5th, Max Muncy, third base, Los Angeles Dodgers. After battling a laundry list of injuries over the last handful of seasons, Muncy is making his first appearance since 2021. The 3rd time in the All-Star game may be a charm for this Texas native. This will be his first as a father. Batting 6, Ozzie Albies, second base, Atlanta Braves. The 4-time All-Star is making his first start in the Midsummer Classic. After beginning the season with a home run in his first at-bat on opening day, the 10-year veteran has helped propel the Braves to a 55-40 record at the break. Batting 7th, Brandon Marsh, left field, Philadelphia Phillies. Voted in by the fans, Marsh is enjoying a career year in the city of brotherly love. The 28-year-old is leading the Phillies in batting average and hits and is making his first All-Star appearance. Batting 8th, Andy Pages, center field, Los Angeles Dodgers. After getting passed over last year, Pages was motivated to make his first All-Star team. Best known for his World Series saving catch last October, he finished last season with the second most home runs on the team. This year, he leads LA with 66 RBI at the break and is tied for second on the team in dingers. Batting ninth, Drake Baldwin, catcher, Atlanta Braves. Despite missing about a month from mid-May to mid-June, the reigning NL Rookie of the Year produced when he was in the lineup, hitting 14 home runs with a .778 OPS and earning his first trip to the Midsummer Classic. And starting on the mound, Christopher Sanchez, Philadelphia Phillies. Sanchez rolled through the early part of the season, putting together a 50 2/3 scoreless inning streak, shattering the franchise record and is the longest by a lefty. The Phillies ace boasts the second-best ERA while throwing a league-best 117 innings. He'll be the 14th pitcher to start the All-Star game in his home ballpark.
That's your starting lineups for the National League, brought to you by Energy Transfer, the company that safely moves energy, fueling your everyday life. Visit ittakesenergy.com to learn more. Back with Buster Only. Buster, you just heard that starting lineup. What stands out for you for that National League lineup?
Just how stacked it is. Look, we asked Dave Roberts, the National League manager, about what it was like to write up that lineup. He just had this grin on his face, right? You talk about some riches that he had to sort through. When you're talking about Kyle Schwarber, who by the end of this year might hit his 400th homer, Juan Soto, who's being compared with all-time greats like Ted Williams hitting second, Freddie Freeman, who's already punched his ticket to Cooperstown, batting third, C.J. Abrams, having a season in which he could reach 130 RBI.
Yep.
I mean, it is an absolutely stacked National League lineup, which I think reflects the disparity right now between the National League and the American League.
Yeah, you just mentioned Dave Roberts' fifth All-Star game as manager of this NL team. Only Casey Stengel, Walter Alston, Joe McCarthy, Tony La Russa, Joe Torre have managed more Midsummer Classics. Roberts with our Doug Landville and Buster Olney.
Thanks, Jim. We're here with National League manager Dave Roberts and Doc. You were telling us a story about how you got to get together with a bunch of players on Monday. Can you give us the details?
Oh, man, it was great. We call it in the clubhouse a rounder. We had a good rounder. Sale, there was 10 of us, Matt Olson, Drake Baldwin, Ashcraft, a bunch of guys, Paul Skeens, and we were chopping up for about 2 hours, before the batting practice, yesterday, before the home run derby, and it was just talking baseball. And then, right next to us, there's another group of players, doing the same thing, and Jesus Luzardo joined us. And so there was a lot of cross-pollination with English speakers and non-English speakers, and it was just awesome. And I was just kind of letting the guys know that's what it's all about.
So, Doc, I was wondering about how you've done this many times now, right? You've been in this chair many times. What still gives you awe about this experience?
Seeing the game's best all in one room on the same field, competing against each other, watching how and learning how they each operate and think is something that, I was never an all-star, so to see how these guys work and to try to get to know them a little bit, I'm always in awe of and big fans of each of them, and I'm always trying to get better, and I love coaching. So any chance I get to have a conversation and hopefully, be additive to the guys, I do that too.
Well, wanted to ask about Max Muncy, all right? What do people not understand about him? Third-time All-Star. He's a defender. He runs the bases. So what do we need to understand about why he's always in this position?
Well, I'll tell you this, is that I think it's been 5 years since he was an All-Star, and he has now been an All-Star at 3 different positions. And so for a guy that got designated for assignment and then, was contemplating, is this the end, and then to sign up with the Dodgers and make his way to being a 3-time champion, a 3-time All-Star, he is one of the glue guys that we have. He's been with me longer than any player currently on our roster. And when he isn't playing, when he has been banged up, we're just not as good. But he's an uber competitor. He's a smart baseball player, and I don't know where I'd be without him.
Shohei Ohtani, the most popular player in the world, is not here. What can you tell us about his treatment?
Yeah, it's obviously it's a bummer to not have Shohei here, and this is a situation where after the game on Sunday, he ended up getting his knee drained, his left knee drained, and the doctors didn't want him to fly right after and get up at altitude. So right now he's just trying to stay off of it, and our hope is that he'll be back in there on Friday.
Dave, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
That's Dave Roberts. Back with Buster Olney. Buster, characterize how he's developed into one of the game's best skippers.
Well, it was interesting because when he first took that job, I think that he deferred a whole lot to the front office. But as time has gone on, I think Dave has implemented some of his own beliefs into what he does. And there are times when he needs a tiebreaker, he's going to follow his own instinct. And let's face it, with the success of the Dodgers, there's a real chance that he will make a speech in Cooperstown Sunday as one of the all-time great managers.
What are you most looking forward to tonight, Buster?
It is the moments. Winning or losing this game has not mattered for a couple of decades. What matters are the moments. So Mike Trout getting in the box to lead off the game, that'll be phenomenal. At some point, Justin Verlander is going to be honored. And to see the Phillies guys cheered in Philadelphia, that'll be pretty cool, Jim.
You mentioned Rose bowling over Ray Fosse. That wasn't an intense All-Star game moment. Do you get the sense that the players, despite the youth on both sides, with pride and bragging rights sky high, that they want to win this game?
So I think that what matters are those specific matchups, right? When you have the batter in the box looking out at the pitcher, and he's trying to beat the pitcher in that moment. No matter what we want to say about who should start, who should not start, when you have a pitcher facing a batter, they're always going to try to beat them, and that is part of what makes baseball so great, mono versus mono.
Well said. That's Buster Olney. Buster, always appreciate the insight.
Thanks, Jim.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the 2026 Major League Baseball All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Coming up next on Baseball Tonight, AL starting lineups, and we'll hear from American League skipper John Schneider. You're listening to the All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
The Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny.
Jackson Dart is a very good rushing quarterback. I think the game was a little bit too fast for him as the season went along, and defenses forced him to process after the snap, and I think that led to some missed throws and missed opportunities.
I think all of those things, like if we had removed the names from what we were just talking about, it sounds a lot like Jalen Hurts to me.
Check out the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
I've had WNBA All-Star circled on my calendar for a long time. Best players in the world showing out in Chicago?
It's unbelievable.
Say less. These ladies bring it.
Clark, oh my!
Who all gonna be there? Asia and Stewie? I'm in.
Oh, she's what the fans want to see.
It's time to lock in. WNBA All-Star Game presented by AT&T July 25th on ABC, Disney Plus, and the ESPN app.
Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio.
A walk-off homer in the bottom of the 14th inning. What a night.
From opening day.
Hammer to left field. See you later. Mike Trout, how's that to start the season?
To the All-Star Game.
Dog. Oh, my goodness. He crushed it. Giancarlo Stanton and the American League with one swing has tied it up.
457-foot home run. How much fun was that?
Oh, that was amazing.
Plus, every game of Major League Baseball's postseason.
Judge back some more. Leaping and he caught it. Out of here. Mookie Betts. Shohei Ohtani.
Until a champion is crowned at the World Series.
And the Dodgers have won it. Repeat champions for the first time in baseball in 25 years. The Dodgers are World Series champs.
Major League Baseball is on ESPN Radio.
Sundays are for the NWSL on ESPN. For world-class action.
How much do you love this game?
For the two-time MVP Magic.
Temwa Shawinga.
For the passion of the ride or dies.
Just absolutely crazy, crazy scenes.
It's the NWSL you love.
Look, this is the place to be.
NWSL Sundays on ESPN presented by Ally. Also streaming on the ESPN app.
The NFL Flag Championships are back, and it's game on.
This is fast, it's fun.
The next generation, they came to play.
The energy is palpable. Touchdown! Wow!
Laying it all on the line in the premier youth flag football event of the summer.
Get set to crown a champion.
The NFL Flag Championships presented by Toyota, July 24th through 26th on ABC, ESPN, and more Disney networks. Stream all games on the ESPN app.
You know when you're locked in, focused, and fearless.
Welcome to the WNBA.
Your vision narrows. You can't look away. Every assist, every stop, every logo 3.
From beyond the logo!
Every did you see that moment?
You bet!
What records are going to be broken this season?
All of it, right here. Lock in. It's the WNBA on ESPN. All season long.
The Rich Eisen Show.
I've never watched a game with anybody who can see it before it happens. You witnessed it? Sure, over and over. They would break the huddle and go, this is interception. I'm like, how do you know that? What? And then it happens, and you're like, what the hell?
You guys act like Tony Romo doesn't exist and does.
TJ! I don't know. Here we go. Let's take a break. We're back on The Rich Eisen Show. Read your phone calls.
Richie! The Rich Eisen Show from noon to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus. This is the 2026 Major League Baseball All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on baseball tonight, taking you to the 96 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. The Guardians and White Sox, first teams to the 2014 Yankees to send multiple rookies to this All-Star Game. Parker Messick and Travis Bazzana, first Guardian rookies to make the All-Star team since 1990. This is the second time the White Sox have sent 2 rooks to the All-Star Game since 1951, with Murakami and Peters both named to this Midsummer Classic. As we mentioned, Mike Trout from Millville, New Jersey, some 40 miles from Philadelphia, leads off the American League starting lineup.
The American League starting lineup. Batting first, playing center field, Mike Trout, Los Angeles Angels. The 12th selection for the 2-time All-Star Game MVP. The Millville, New Jersey native is second among active players with 422 career home runs. Trout will play in a Midsummer Classic for the first time since 2019. Batting second, the DH, Yordan Alvarez, Houston Astros. The 4th All-Star selection for the 29-year-old from Cuba. Alvarez is the Major League leader in OPS and total bases, while hitting .318 with 31 homers and 70 RBIs. Batting third, at catcher, Shea Langoliers, Athletics. It's the first All-Star appearance for the 28-year-old backstop who leads All-American League catchers with 21 home runs. Langoliers is the first ace catcher to start an All-Star game since Terry Steinbach in 1989. Batting fourth, playing third base, Junior Caminero, Tampa Bay Rays. Since the start of 2025, only Shohei Ohtani and Cal Schwarber have hit more than Caminero's 73 home runs. The 23-year-old phenom becomes the first Rays player to start 2 All-Star games. The number 5 batter, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr., Kansas City Royals. 3rd straight All-Star selection for Witt, who leads All-American League players in WAR at 4.8 and stolen bases with 29. Witt has also been flat.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Dylan Cease, what was behind that?
It came down to him and Cam obviously having a good year, and it's cool to get to know him a little bit instead of watching him pitch against us. But it made a lot of sense with Dylan. I think, kind of body of work, too, throughout his career. It's crazy. It's his first All-Star game, and I think just kind of all those things kind of lined up to where he deserved to start.
I mean, speaking of first, what's it like to be able to have your staff here and just what's that been like?
Awesome. This is a lot, you know what I mean? And even Ernie said it yesterday. He's like, it's so cool you guys are here, because I'd be like a fish out of water. It's just like a normal day when you see people that are familiar. But it's so cool that you get to share it with the guys that went through last year with you and even years before. I'm close with all those guys. But it's a cool little, recognition for everyone to kind of get recognized for what we accomplished last year. And I think the world of my staff and rely on them every single day for a ton. So really cool that they're here.
Now, how deep is it when you're trying to now get into the strategy box of the game? And you have endless stars, but what are your considerations?
For one, you're just trying to get everyone the experience, the opportunity that needs it, right? You're trying to listen to the fan voting. You're trying to listen to guys that have been here before and recognize them in a certain way. And I think you just let them go play, really. I'm not going to look into it. We've talked about it. I'm not going to try to match up this. Guys have their innings. It's like guys have their at-bats. There'll be no bunting or hitting and running or it's just this is an experience for these guys to go show how good they are. So we're going to try to just get them in the right spots, at the right time and try to stay out of the way. But, talent level like this just takes care of everything else.
Give me an example of a player you've gotten to connect with who's on another team, through these 2 days.
There's been a few. There's guys in the AL East that you play against so much, getting to talk to Adley Rutschman a little bit, and kind of pick his brain. Some pitchers, it's pretty cool, talking to some of the Rays pitchers, what goes on in their brains, you know what I mean? And they're all pretty sharp. Mike Trout, you know what I mean? I think it's a really cool day for him being local and playing center field and leading off. Baseball kind of just unites everyone, but you never really see it until you're kind of in a clubhouse with them for the first time. So it's those guys stand out, I think, and it's pretty cool to be in the same clubhouse as Justin Verlander, and can't wait to give him the floor, for a minute or two to address the guys after I do. It's baseball's baseball. Even talking to some guys on the other side yesterday, it's just so funny how similar we all are. But cool to pick the brains of the division guys.
John, thanks.
Thanks, Buster. Appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, he had those Blue Jays in the Fall Classic last year. Currently 45-51, looking up at every team in the American League as we speak. Spotlighting his two players in the starting lineup. Dylan Cease, fourth pitcher to start the All-Star game in Toronto history, joining the aforementioned Roy Halladay, David Wells, and Dave Stieb, who did it multiple times. And then there's Ernie Clement. You might not know he was the top vote getter in the American League. First career All-Star selection, fourth Toronto second baseman to start the All-Star game, joining Roberto Alomar, Aaron Hill, and Marcus Semien. Yeah, they do a lot of voting in the country of Canada for those Blue Jay players, no doubt. Coming up on baseball tonight, it's first pitch for the 96 Major League Baseball All-Star Game from Philadelphia. That's on deck. This is the All-Star Game on ESPN Radio.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was
everything.
an athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
transportation. We provide fast, free pickup with 24
players and what they do to get here, to prepare. And he said he didn't make an all-star team, so he has another level of appreciation. And when you do this day in, day out, it's a lot of baseball, 162 games year, and you play the postseason. It gets a little blurry, and and notice those moments that you want to have pause and capture the essence of the game. That feeling. So it was great to hear him see how these players are still connected. They're not on their phones. They're not. They're just talking to each other and talking baseball.
Never take moments like this for granted. I know you don't. I certainly don't. The opportunity to sit here and call an all-star game in a beautiful ballpark, Citizens Bank Ballpark, full of people. I mean, you look around, there is not a seat from foul pole to foul pole. The outfield seats are all full, probably 44,000 people on hand to watch another Midsummer Classic, the 96th. The Baseball All-Star Game still retains its place as the best all-star game of all the four major sports. In your opinion, as a former player, why is that the case?
Well, I thought in talking as we drove over today, the mano-a-mano element of it, like you can't take a pitch off, or you can. It's kind of hard to to fake that, right? And so there's that element. And I know baseball is probably one of the safer sports on a certain level to be able to stay healthy and not have so much risk in going 1,000%. I think the pitchers are certainly challenging that at certain times, but there's still the essence of the game. I'm sure it's hard. You play football and you go too hard, you hurt somebody, and that's that. And basketball and NHL, certainly, do you cross-check somebody? And so baseball just has those years where you can still have the fabric of the game and play hard. And I don't know, that ego of standing in the box or stepping on the mound against somebody, it kicks in, and you can do it without hurting anybody.
Philadelphia has certainly embraced this in the year that we celebrate America's 250th birthday. Christopher Sanchez has made his way to the mound. Alan Porter, a Philadelphia native, will be the home plate umpire. He has just dismissed the other umpires after they exchanged the lineup cards. Got a photograph taken. 6 umpires for an all-star game, and Sanchez has led the National League out onto the field. It looks like Chase Utley and maybe Jimmy Rollins are down beside the National League dugout on the third base side. You think this is a play ball moment for them?
Go back and double play partner. Very different personalities. I played with Jimmy. I watched Chase come up. I told him that, he got sent down actually that spring. I said, just do what you need to do. You'll be back here, and you'll probably end up taking my spot. I'm the old man now. And boy, did he ever do that and play for a storied career.
Well, the uniforms are of the teams, and yet they have a tip of the cap to Philadelphia, Liberty Bell on the hats, some stars and stripes, symbolic of the celebration of Philadelphia's place in American history. And again, the fact that the country has celebrated its 250th birthday. Had a golf major championship here. It was not lost on one of your old friends, Dave Montgomery, the significance of having the All-Star Game here in this particular year, 2026, 250 years after 1776. This was his dream, and it's being realized tonight.
Well, such a class act by the commissioner, Rob Manfred, in the office to grant this early, before you normally would, to say Philadelphia is going to be the venue in honor of David Montgomery, whose illness was going to take him before he would see this. And David Montgomery is a great citizen of Philadelphia, a very unique leader in the front office of the Phillies, who came to my wedding, came to my father's funeral, was hands-on, really incredible human being.
They have said play ball, which we're about to do, as Mike Trout, a legendary Angel, will step in a leadoff spot against Christopher Sanchez. Max Muncy will be the third baseman. C.J. Abrams of the Nationals is at shortstop. Ozzie Albies is at second base. Freddie Freeman at first. In the outfield, Juan Soto, Andy Pages of the Dodgers in center, Brandon Marsh of the Phillies in right, and Drake Baldwin behind the plate. Sanchez is set, so are we, and we are underway. And that first pitch is swung on. That's going to be a foul ball on the first base side. Sanchez is a dominant pitcher with a sinker, slider, changeup. Trout stands right on home plate. And he is sitting there at 422 career home runs. Two-time MVP of the All-Star game. Looks at the next pitch, up and away to go 1 ball, 1 strike.
Trout, even as a right-handed hitter, has always had a very low swing path. Able to hit low pitches out and drive it off his shoe tops. He gets that sinker, he can get into one.
Sanchez at the belt. He comes plateward. That's too far inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2014 and 15, back-to-back All-Star Game Most Valuable Player awards for Mike Trout, who is having one of those bounce-back seasons. The next one from Sanchez. He swings and sends that one foul on the first base side. And that'll be a souvenir for one of the 43,000 people here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just, they gets a forgotten 10-year period, basically dominant, and injuries, in the second half of his career. But once he's healthy or able to play, puts back the numbers up.
Sanchez ready on the 2-2 to Trout. Foul ball on the fist that goes right behind home. Talk about the development of Sanchez. You mentioned his journey, but he keeps getting better and better. He's given up just 2 home runs in this homer-friendly ballpark.
Hard to square him up.
He goes 2-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Mike Trout to start the game with a strikeout. And the kid from Millville, who got a very good round of applause, will go back to the bench.
And Sanchez can change those speeds, and high velocity sinker and big differential from that changeup. You can't cover it all, and you get into a guessing game, and you got to guess right.
One of the most imposing hitters, you could certainly make the case, one of the best hitters in baseball from the left side. Yordan Alvarez looks at a pitch up and away, a fastball. It is 1 ball and no strikes. What a year for Alvarez of the Astros. He's the DH tonight, a .318 average, 37 homers, 70 runs batted in, and an OPS of over 1,000. Next one, swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Sanchez. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alvarez. Yordan is an imposing figure, big, hulking presence. He's dealt with injuries over the last couple of years. Sanchez at the belt. He will lift the leg and fire. And that ball's up the middle. It's going to go through. And a single for Yordan Alvarez. Right back up the middle. And the National League has a runner on first with 1 out.
The thing about Alvarez is lefties just do not phase him. And even as tough as Christopher Sanchez, he can stay through the ball. He can take the low pitch. And he's also extremely disciplined to be able to get the pitch he wants. And once again, he does that. Takes a short swing right up the middle.
All right, so here is the number 3 hitter. It is Shea Langoliers. He is the catcher from the Athletics. First pitch to him sails way outside. It's interesting, Doug. I think you look at a lineup that's got Trout and Alvarez and Caminero and Bobby Witt and Ben Rice. And then you say Shea Langoliers is going to hit third. I'm not sure a lot of people would have penciled him in there if they were putting a lineup on a card. Next one sails high and away.
Well, then talking to John Snyder before the game, he's like, well, yes, there's matchups and things, but pitchers are going to be in and out today. And he's just trying to, he said, stay a little bit out of the way and let them play.
Alvarez leads off first. Langoliers, he will look at a 2-0 pitch, and that misses. 3-0 from Sanchez. Drafted by the Rays out of the Dominican in 2013, traded to Philadelphia after 2019 season, made his debut in 21, did Sanchez. 3-0, and he missed badly. So after Alvarez walks, Sanchez on Alvarez single, walks Langoliers on 4 pitches.
He missed a lot up and away. Wasn't getting on top and finishing the pitch. And so it sailed on him, and Langoliers having a great year, just disciplined, took his pitches, took his walk.
And he put himself in a tough spot because now one of the most powerful hitters in the game, Junior Caminero, steps in. 2 on, first pitch to him. He swings and misses. Got a good slider, and it's 0-1.
That's the thing about Sanchez that keeps you honest. It brings that slider, and you're expecting a lot of pitches to go away from you as a righty, and then bam, he goes in.
Caminero is just 23 years young. The next pitch, that's too far inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's thrown to Drake Baldwin tonight. Breakout season the Atlanta Braves young catcher has had. 11 players in this game, Doug, are under the age of 25 years old.
Yeah, so many first-timers. I think the number was 36. Very exciting.
1-1 with 2 on. And he takes that miss too. Porter not giving him that low strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Caminero, 28 homers. He was a favorite last night in the Derby. Came up short. But he's got Alvarez out there and second. Langoliers at first. He swings, chops one sky high. Sanchez fields, fires, and getting back to the bag with his foot is Freeman. He lifted the foot to make the catch, and then he got it back down, and he is able to retire Caminero as Alvarez and Langoliers move up a base.
Caminero rolled over on this pitch. It was up and away, and created the high chop, and Sanchez did a nice job of basket catching and rotating at the same time to throw to first, but his throw sailed up on the second base side, pulled Freeman off. A little bit awkward, Freeman had to reach back. I'm a little worried, did he overstretch himself, but he got back to the bag in time.
Dave Roberts breathes a sigh of relief. Bobby Witt fouls the first pitch off towards the National League dugout on the third base side.
Especially Freddie had some, ankle challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked a little awkward when he stepped on the bag. But hopefully he's fine.
He looks to be okay, and Caminero didn't come close to his foot. So it's Sanchez trying to get through this first without any damage. The 0-1 to Witt Jr. Swing and a miss. That's a great tailing change up away to Bobby Witt. It's 0-2.
Yeah, so much fade. Sanchez is one of those pitchers, when you miss by a lot.
Crowd ready to get through this top half, and Witt takes one down and away. Went back to that changeup, so it's 1-2 with 2 outs. Arguably as talented a player as there is in the major leagues, Bobby Witt Jr., the shortstop. 22 doubles, 13 homers on the season. Sanchez at the belt, fires. That's another one that goes too far outside, and Witt patient. He's got the count back to even 2-2.
Sanchez is trying to work away, and usually he's peppering that corner, but they're sailing on him out. They're a little over-amped up, but he still has that slider in his back pocket to be able to go down and in.
2-2, 2 down. First inning, Witt way inside. He has to dance out of the way, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He had the idea to get that back foot slider, but he really yanked it, and Witt just had to dance out of the way.
Very speedy runner, 30 stolen bases on the season for Witt. The high chopper back to Sanchez like the last one. He wouldn't be able to get Witt. Here it comes, and he missed badly. His misses, that one high and away, haven't been close. And here we are in the top of the first with the bases loaded for Cody Bellinger.
Kept missing in the same window. Everything is up and away, sailing. So he's not quite finishing the pitch, and these hitters are real disciplined, so they didn't chase at all.
So Drake Baldwin went out quickly to have a brief conversation with Christopher Sanchez. Our first pitch was at 8:28 Eastern time. Temperature here in Philadelphia at the ballpark, 88 degrees. It's brought to you by P&G Spruce. Try Spruce, the new weed killer, pet-friendly, weed deadly. Big spot already here in the All-Star game. Bases loaded for Bellinger, and Sanchez, first pitch, he swings at and pulls it foul on the ground, slow roller on the first base side. The runners will retreat.
Bellinger came out of his shoes on that swing, just saying, all right, he's got to come into the zone eventually.
Without Aaron Judge, Bellinger and everyone else in the Yankee order as he swings and misses at a fastball down and in. It's 0-2. Have had to step their games up. He's been good. 11 home runs, 10 stolen bases. His teammate Ben Rice on deck, but Sanchez doesn't want to face him. He wants to get out of here without any damage. Bases loaded, 0-2. He missed, and Baldwin fell backwards in an attempt to catch it. It's 1-2.
trying to make sure it does not get to that backstop, and the sinking action will handcuff him. He started his backhand and almost overreached, but is able to recover.
Left on left, it comes too far inside, and another big miss from Sanchez. The count after getting ahead 0-2 to the last two. Now even at 2-2. He's got 2 walks this inning. Alvarez has a single. He's the runner at third. Langoliers out there at second with Junior at first. Next pitch. Right back up the middle. That's going to go through. Alvarez will score. Langoliers will come home. The throw is too late. It's 2-0 as Cody Bellinger delivers. 2 RBIs and a single here in the first to give the American League a 2-0 lead.
Well, Sanchez has just been working so far behind, and eventually when you come in that zone, they're going to hit you. These hitters are so good, even with Sanchez's stuff, but he's been missing so badly that the one he had to get in the zone was right down the middle, and Bellinger just attacked it.
Here's Rice, dangerous power hitter, first and third, 2 down. His first pitch is in there for a strike, sinker at 97 miles an hour. Wasn't a belly bomb, but it certainly did damage as the AL jumps out on top 2-zip here in the first. Sanchez ready, Witt at third, here it comes. Back up the middle, exactly the same spot. A sinker at 97, an RBI for Rice. And the Yankees have all 3 runs batted in with Junior touches home. It's 3-0 American League.
And these are left-handed batters, so this is not an easy task on Christopher Sanchez with how often he throws that sinker, but they are hitting the barrel of it, and usually gets these lefties to roll over or swing over it. But he's forced himself into a corner where he's had to go in the middle of the zone because his command has been so shaky, uncharacteristic, maybe a little over-amped up, understandably. But at the same time, these American League hitters are right on target.
Tough spot for Dave Roberts, the manager. 30 pitches thrown for Sanchez. One of the issues the National League has, Doug, they don't have a ton of pitching. No. Many of their star pitchers are not available. So Riley Green swings and he fouls the first one off. Sanchez works ahead again. A walk and 2 singles back-to-back. Bellinger and Rice got ahead of both of those guys 0-2, and they came through in the clutch. So it's the 2 Yankees on first and second, and that one is outside to Green as Sanchez is now thrown 32 pitches, and the AL has got a 3-0 lead. Green batting 8th in the order for the AL.
He's trying to find that put-away pitch, to get it. If he does get ahead, find that wipeout.
Swing and a miss on a fastball there at 95 miles an hour, and it is now a 1-2 count.
Yeah, what makes him so effective, too, is when he does get contact a lot, it's on the ground.
Last 2 hits from Rice and Bellinger in the exact same spot, but he goes changeup there, and a swing and a miss from Riley Green. A lot longer inning than Dave Roberts and Christopher Sanchez wanted to. We will go to the bottom of the first, and the American League jumps out to a fast start thanks to the Yankees. It's 3-0. And this is the 2026 MLB All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visual?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the second fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the third straight season, and he's only one triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Well, a 3-0 start for the American League. The National League will send Schwarber, Soto, and Freeman up to the plate against a guy who is, as Doug said, surprised to kind of think about it, Dylan Cease, who's been such a dominant strikeout guy over his career with the White Sox, then 2 years with the Padres. And free agent got a massive 7-year, $210 million deal to go to Toronto to play. And here's the applause for Schwarber as he steps in. Strikeout numbers are off the charts. He's a four-seam slider, changeup, curveball, sinker guy. He'll mix a sweeper in, so a 6-pitch pitcher. But his bread and butter is that four-seam fastball. Here is Schwarber looking to jump him early and get his team back into this thing. Cease rocks and fires, and Schwarber will swing at it, and he will miss. That's 97. He's 0-1.
Cease just comes at you, and he's known for his many different hairstyles, mustaches. He will do whatever.
6'2", 230-year-old out on the mound with that long hair. Fires another one, swing and a miss there at 97. So here you come, and go get it. And Schwarber has swung and missed twice.
Well, the ball, he kind of throws almost like a catcher. It's very short arm, and it's just on top of the hitter. So you really need almost experience to time him up.
On the 0-2, Schwarber fouls it back up this way. He went with his third consecutive four-seam fastball. So the defense behind Dylan Cease, Junior Caminero, the third baseman, Bobby Witt Jr. at short, Ernie Clement second, and Ben Rice at first. Riley Green in left, Mike Trout out there in center, Bellinger in right. The next pitch, too far inside. He went with an off-speed knuckle curve. And that's the first ball. It's 1-2.
And when you have a power pitcher like this, I mean, these numbers are bananas, right? 148 strikeouts and 98 in a third inning.
Bananas.
But he's only given up 5 home runs, so it's not like he's a power pitcher, top of the zone. Once in a while you clip him. This guy's just keeping it in the ballpark.
Schwarber pops this sky high. Langoliers behind home will give it a look. Still looking, but it's about 5 rows deep just behind the National League dugout. So Schwarber will have another chance. Schwarber's got 32 short bombs this year, meaning homers. That leads Major League Baseball. He has been remarkable since joining the Philadelphia Phillies. Putting up seemingly new season highs every year. Next pitch, that's bounced up there. Bad one on a slider. And the count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes with Soto on deck.
The thing about Schwarber, I mean, coming into his own, maturing as a hitter to turn into an elite power hitter and just getting better, hitting for more for average. Really incredible.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase one that was down. He threw him a slider, and Schwarber is retired. Cease picks up strikeout number 1. An interesting lineup, too, Dougie. You have Schwarber, and then you have 4 lefties right behind him.
Yeah, I mean, they're throwing everybody in, and they're trusting these guys. They're all gotten here because they can hit everybody. So Schwarber certainly is worn out. Lefties, righties, the last couple of years, 4 power.
Juan Soto has been part of, although not much of a contributor to, a disastrous Mets season to start. That first pitch lands in there. That was the knuckle curve to get ahead 0-1. A nightmarish New York first half of the season for the Mets. But Soto has done his part, contributing typical Soto numbers. The next one Gets a strike on the inside corner that Soto didn't offer at, and it's 0-2. Cease got a smile on his face. He and Langoliers are having a good time right now.
Yeah. And Soto just talking. He's like, come on. You could read his lips like he's what's happening here.
21 homers, 51 RBI. The 0-2. Challenged him with a fastball that is popped up and foul and into the seats behind home.
Soto is so tough. Two strikes on Soto doesn't really matter that much. I mean, he is in a battle. He loves to bring two strike counts into his favor somehow.
Well, he's got one here. 0-2. Cease fires. He chased late. Swing on that. He's gone. And he has struck out both Schwarber and Soto to start his night on the mound.
I mean, Cease, we talked about the 6 pitches. Well, he gave Soto at least 4 of them. He started them with a big curveball.
He swung when that ball was in Langoliers' glove.
So you start with that, change up, and then you go 2-seamer, and then he throws 4-seamer down and away, 98 by.
Here's the left-handed hitting Freddie Freeman. He swings and misses on a change-up, and Dylan Cease emptying the whole sink.
I mean, just throw the rosin bag at this point. And he's got everybody just smiling. It's like Freeman could not believe that pitch.
He and Langoliers are on the same page. The 0-1, Freeman fouled off third base side. 0-2. It's a great look on Soto's face of disgust when he went back. Like, I don't know what I just saw, but I didn't like any of it.
None of it. I mean, he swung for his next at bat. He was so late.
2 strikeouts to start ahead of Freeman. 0-2. Pitch fouled off straight back. 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Cease. You think about John Schneider and the Blue Jays. Disappointing start to the first half, but really the Yankees kind of came back to the pack in the American League East. Boston played great. He believes the Blue Jays are a hot Vlad Guerrero week from getting back into the race. The next pitch misses low. 1-2.
I mean, they have the talent, and they're just trying to find their way. But it's been a rocky season. And, the American League leaves a lot of opportunities to get in there, at least on the wild card side.
Cease at the waist. He comes, fires, and that one was close, but no, too far inside. He went with a changeup to another great 2-strike hitter, and one of the great hitters of his era in Freddie Freeman. But you've got Schwarber, you've got Soto, and now you're ready on a 2-2. Freddie fouls it. It is not caught. It's at the plate, so he will stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, beginning you strike out these guys and all lefties.
We're talking Pedro Martinez, 99 type, 5 future Hall of Fame guys, and we're striking them out.
That's how Cole Hamels made his name in spring training one time. It's like, wow.
Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Swung on, pop foul, third base side. This one's tailing into the seats. And another souvenir.
The thing about Freeman, it's so tough. I mean, he will hit the ball practically out of the catcher's glove. And he forces you. You think you can get in on him. He keeps fouling it off. And then he starts hunting for that pitch. You try to sneak the fastball by him. I mean, he can turn on you in a heartbeat.
So consistent, 150-plus hits every year. Next pitch on the inside, too far inside, and the count goes full against Freeman. 153 hits a couple years ago, 164 last year. He's already got 103, batting .290. Think about his OPS the last 3 years. 854, 869, 862 this year. He'll take one high, and Cease lost him after getting ahead 0-2. Freeman draws the walk. First base runner for the National League.
So that's a prototypical Freeman at bat. Just absolutely drive a pitcher bonkers. I mean, he gets ahead, he's in the hole, and you think you got him. He fouls off all your best pitches. You can't freeze him. He knows how to look away and adjust in. And then you look up and you lost him, and you spent all those pitches on one guy.
Here's C.J. Abrams, another left-handed hitting position player, and Abrams, the shortstop, looks at one that's bounced up there. He checked his swing and didn't go. It is 1-0.
What a year Abrams had. Everything's going in the right direction. Home run rate, his walks are up. He's just putting all his tools out there.
Big time power in this fairly small guy. Freeman takes a big lead. Cease comes plateward and he misses 2-0. But you're right, 20 homers, 67 RBI on a really, really good Washington Nationals offensive team.
Yeah, they can score some runs, and he is at the heart of it.
Here it comes. He fouls that one off at the plate. No Jordan Walker in the starting lineup. He, of course, was the home run derby champion last night. That is what makes the All-Star game so unique. Obviously, the players you have the ability to bring in off the bench later in the game.
Yeah, it just gets better even sometimes.
It does. Swung on, popped up third base side, and this one is going to land in the screen and come back onto the field of play. And Dylan Cease working ahead. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. They gave the American League a 3-0 lead for John Schneider. Back-to-back big hits from Bellinger and Ben Rice. The Yankees contribute all 3 RBI. Bellinger 2 on a single. Now Cease trying to put up a 0 and get us to the 2nd inning. He gets the sign from Langoliers. Glove at the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase a slider, and that will do it. Cease will end up striking out 3 in the first, work around a Freeman walk, and they don't score a run. So at the end of 1, it is the American League up 3-0.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where? Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Diving knockdown by Harper, gets to his feet somehow, goes to Wheeler covering in time. Polino plays it well. Throw to second. It's a little offline. They got him at the bag!
Into center field. Oh, what a grab by Mullins.
Line drive! Oh, Dansby Swanson, you stop it! Slowly hits second base. McKinstry has to scoop it. Oh, man, what a play! Here's McKinstry again. He's perfected it. Can Jordan get there? Reaches up, tumbles into the net. What a catch for the All-Star. Short and a lunging catch made by Kreidler.
Ground ball gets underneath the glove of Soriano, trying to recover and does in time.
This ball hit sharply down to third. Diving stop, Young. Long throw. In time! And they got him. What a play! Little tapper back to Hunter. Oh, a spinning throw by the big man!
Down the line and the end of the slide goes Fernando.
A broken bat looper in the right. O'Neal coming on. He'll dive and he'll make the catch.
The walks hurt him as well, 2 of those. So they turn it over to the 33-year-old who made a start in his career with the Boston Red Sox, a couple of years with Detroit, now in his 3rd year with Arizona. And Erod is putting up some really good numbers this year. 8-3, 2.29 ERA. And strikeouts are down a little bit where they've been, just 79 in 114 innings. And he is set to face Ernie Clement, who swings on a check swing troop hopper to first base. Freeman up and steps on the bag. Ernie Clement does not spend a lot of time at the plate.
Not at all. I just got there and he's gone. But Rodriguez has nice movement up and in and kind of caught Clement off guard. So he started his swing, tried to stop it, ended up being kind of a check bunt. And by the time he realized he'd hit it, it was over.
So he will get Mike Trout, and the first pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. A little cutter inside to Trout, who struck out. And that led then to the next 7 guys getting on base, with the exception of Caminero. So that's where Christopher Sanchez ran into trouble, as the next one is high to Trout to go 1 ball, 1 strike. 18 long balls for Mike, the kid out of Millville, New Jersey. Grew up rooting for the Eagles, Phillies, all the Philadelphia sports teams. Over the years, he's expressed an interest in meteorology and weather. He also has just built himself a gorgeous private golf club in New Jersey. Trout National 2-1, takes just above the letters. 3 balls and a strike. Dangerous spot anytime Trout's up, especially in an all-star game. He had come in 7 for 17 in his all-star game appearances. 3-1, swung on, sounded like he broke his bat. It's a 1-hopper to the second baseman Albies, and Trout is retired. So I think is the bat, Doug.
Yeah, that bat is going home in 2 pieces, but he got jammed. He was looking for that fastball away, and Rodriguez had a little bit of inward movement, and Trout just missed the barrel and ended up tying him up and hit like a soft looper to second for the easy out.
Now Alvarez for the second time against a left-handed pitcher. Jordan looks at strike 1. It was a sinker on the outside corner that caught part of the plate.
Rodriguez has a 4-seamer, changeup, curveball. He cuts the ball, he sinks it. A lot of different versions of a fastball.
Next one is off the end of the bat, lifted to left field. Soto got a late jump. He is coming in and makes an easy basket running catch. Well, after that long first inning, Eduardo Rodriguez comes out of the pen and helps out Dave Roberts. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It stays 3-0 in favor.
4 Emmy nominations, a 2026 Critics' Choice Award, and nominations from the Golden Globes as Rose Community in Black Monday and Apple Central Park, Janelle James. Okay, Janelle, show us what you got. Baseball Texas, let's hear it for Janelle James.
To be on a card is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and to do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, couldn't have imagined.
Fly ball headed into right center field. A long run for Friedel. He got it. Oh, TJ Friedel, what a catch. That was a big time play.
Second home run of the night for Pete Crow Armstrong, and the Cubs take the lead.
Number 21. He is out of sight. Back to back to back. 3 in a row for the Reds. And they have blown it open here in the 4th.
Ellie, Sal, and JJ all going out of here to right.
Perfect baseball through 6 innings for Jared Jones. 18 up, 18 down.
In an effort to protect Jones's arm, removed after 6 innings.
By 3 outs, he misses his second career no-hitter and the Blue Jays' second in franchise history.
And a job well done by Dylan Cease. Just could not get those last 3 outs.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's not easy. It's not easy being an all-star, and you know, it's a talented league, and you know, so I'm just really enjoying it.
Cody, thanks.
Thank you.
Buster Olney, thank you very much. He and Tim Kirkshin in respective dugouts. And it's Parker Messick, the very good left-handed starting pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, who will face Max Muncy, historically struggles against lefties. Swings at the first one, sky high, should be playable. Junior Caminero in, well, right about foul ground, fair territory, right on the line, just short of third base. Kind of straddles the line, and there is one out on one pitch from Messick.
Once he tried a sneak attack, Messick works off of his fastball, four-seamer, a little herky-jerky kind of motion, change-up, sinker, curveball, cutter, slider. Really effective four-seamer. Opponents getting a measly 140 off of that pitch.
You know, Bellinger talked about how hard it is, Ozzie Albies, to be an all-star. Good to see him back on an all-star stage as he takes strike one from Parker Messick. Albies with 14 homers, 51 RBI, swings, hits a ground ball to Witt. He backs up on 3 hops and he fires, and Albies is retired. 2 quick outs for Parker Messick on a ground ball to Bobby Witt Jr. You hear the crowd roar because it is another Philadelphia Philly, Brandon Marsh, stepping to the plate for the first time tonight. His story this year, Doug, is Don Mattingly's willingness to sort of play him every day, which means when there are lefties like Messick on the mound, and he has delivered for Mattingly in a big way.
I mean, he put in the work, and sometimes it's like as a lefty, you don't get those opportunities against left-handed pitchers. He started to kind of creep up more and more, and then just flat out hit.
Messick's first one to Marsh, he swings and fouls it out of play, back over his left shoulder.
He just has this superpower of like batting average with balls in play. Things he puts in play, he just gets hits at just an unbelievable rate.
215 average versus lefties into the season, where he's about 250. It's a difficult dance as the next one from Messick missed. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. For a manager, players want to play every day, and Marsh is getting that opportunity. Messick, the lefty, fires. That one is fouled off at the plate. It was a slider down and away, and it's 1-2.
And it gets harder, later in your career once you kind of have that stamp on you, like, well, he doesn't hit lefties well, or we just have platoon advantages. It gets hard to get out of that hole.
Here comes Messick's next one. Just missed on the inside corner as Marsh stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Messick hides the ball really well. He's got really aggressive motion. He steps back, he turns his body, and then he slings it in at 3/4 angle.
He's not a big guy, and the lefty fires here, and he missed badly away. He's just 6 feet, 225. He's 25 years old. Selected in the 2nd round out of Florida State, a former Seminole. The defense behind him with Caminero shifted. Bobby Witt Jr. close to up the middle. And Marsh fouls another one back over his left shoulder and out of play. Messick's been really good. 8-5, 273, 112 innings, nearly a strikeout per at 110, and a whip of 107. 2 outs, and here comes the next one. And that's called strike 3, and Marsh is gone. Very good inning for Parker Messick. And with that, we are through 2 here in Philadelphia at the
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does. Reynolds makes a diving catch. Tremendous play by the Pirates left fielder.
Soto saves 2 runs with a beautiful diving catch.
Big time play. And that's the best play I've seen him make.
A sliding catch is made by Luke Raley. A tremendous catch. Diving Frelick made the catch. Sal in right center on the dead sprint.
Kreidler dives and catches it.
What a play. What a play.
Eddie air to right field. Diving play by Perez.
Thomas slides in, makes the catch. He used the wet grass as a bit of a slip and slide.
Makes the leaping catch in front of the wall.
This one hit hard, but Sam is there to make the play.
Soft liner, and it's caught by leaping Zach Neto.
Kyle Teal showing his former team. That's the arm I got.
Racing after it, Palacios. Towards foul territory, makes a basket attempt and a catch.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
24 saves is on for Dave Roberts in the National League, and he'll get Jay Langoliers to start. His first pitch misses way outside. Sinker, sweeper, slider guy. What a year for Riley O'Brien, the 31-year-old. Originally taken in an 8th round by the Rays in 2017. He fires from the third base side. This one is driven towards the right center field gap, going over, but nobody's going to get it. It drops in front of Andy Pages. Langoliers, a leadoff single. He's reached twice. The 3-hole hitter with a walk and a single.
And I'll tell you, Riley O'Brien is really tough to find the barrel. He is heavy sink. He throws really hard, kind of a 3/4 angle as well. And he got in on Langoliers, but Langoliers stayed inside just well enough to get enough of the barrel that had the distance to find a safe space to land.
Junior Caminero, who hit that high chopper to Sanchez and was retired 1-3 in the first, now bats. O'Brien sends one in there and he missed. It was a sweeper, and it is 1-0. Great year for the Cardinals. Not a lot of people expected it. As Oli Marmol said about his team, and certainly about his home run derby winner, I know, didn't expect. Oh boy, that one looked like it may have got Caminero up and in on that hand. And he is down, and this is the worst case scenario to see a star player get hit by a pitch in the All-Star game. It rode right in up on him, and he went down in a heap and appeared to grab one of his hands, if not his wrist. And Caminero is running right towards the dugout and into the locker room. So that would indicate he recognizes this is bad. Take a look at where it got him by. It's that left hand on the bottom of the bat, Doug.
Yeah, it's he tried to kind of discard the bat, and his pinky was right out there still. It looked like the gato was like 4th and 5th finger on the left hand. and just immediately, and you're hoping it was as much.
The Cash and the Rays will try to get an update on Junior Caminero. Bill Vargas has gone as a pinch runner, and so now there are 2 aboard after a single and hit batter. And the first pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. is a sweeper in there for a strike.
Yeah, I mean, Riley O'Brien it's not a comfortable at bat.
No.
I mean, he's throwing 98. It's sinking. It's coming all over the place.
You know what's going through his mind, how terrible he feels in an all-star game to hit a batter, any batter, certainly one of the stars of the game and an important, maybe the most important player on the Rays. Junior Caminero on his left hand. Inside to Witt, he has to duck back out of the way. Not a good start for O'Brien after giving up the leadoff single in the third to Langoliers. He hits Caminero, and he's behind 2-1 to Witt. Next pitch, breaking ball, grounded to third base, fielded over there by Muncy, who throws to first, and the speed of Witt able to beat it out. Good play by Muncy, but we talked about the athleticism and speed of Bobby Witt Jr., so instead of a double play, it's just 1 out.
Well, he's so fast. This is pretty routine double play, and somebody Muncy gets it, 1 hop, steps, throws. Just couldn't get a lot on the throw.
The National League is challenging the safe call at first base.
It was very close, so worth the challenge. But Muncy circled the ball, got it in the backhand, had a little grip issue, and then threw on the run, and it floated on him. It wasn't like a real stern throw across, trying to get rid of it, and Witt started to seem to outrun the ball. But they might have gotten him. It was close.
So the replay review crew is staring at it. That ball was fielded probably 5 or 6 feet behind the third base bag, so he took a few steps over there to get it. You know, and the big screen here at Citizens Bank Park shows the replay, and it looks like it may be in Freeman's glove before Witt stepped on the bag. The call on the field was safe.
Ooh. I mean, it's close. I mean, it might have been a micro spike from him touching.
Old argument, does the ball and the glove need to be squeezed around the ball? Does it have to hit the back of the glove?
No, hit the glove. I mean, but is it enough to really be sure his foot wasn't there when that? I mean, it's tight.
It is for me.
Clear and convincing.
What about you?
I mean,
base runner guy.
My thing is, like, if the call on the field was out initially, then that would have been an easier overturn. But it's the clear and convincing standard to flip it that I think creates more of the gray. Because are you sure that one of the spikes wasn't on it? You know, I mean,
they're allowing O'Brien to continue to throw. The replay review room is having a similar challenge with the challenge.
Well, I think it's because they want to hear Hall & Oates' Private Eyes. They want to hear the whole song. Oh, wait a minute, that's just me. That's me, actually.
We'll just lay out and let the music wash over us.
Yeah, just they're taking me to the 80s here.
Share your history with the Hall & Oates.
Yeah, probably have plenty of time to tell stories. So. But, yeah, this is so close. I mean, Freeman stretching. I don't think it's enough to overturn it. That's the problem.
After review, the call on the field stands. Runner is safe. The National League has lost their challenge.
There you go.
Hall & Oates and Doug Lanville. Hard combo to beat. So it is going to be Vargas at second, Witt Jr. at first. O'Brien, instead of having 2 outs, still will pitch with 1 out. They lose their challenge, and here is Bellinger, who's in line early for an MVP. He's got 2 RBIs, and he's got more chances. He sends this one to left field. It is shallow. Will it stay in the field of play? It will. It is caught out there by Soto, about 10 feet off the foul line, and a 1 pitch out for Bellinger. That's a big one for O'Brien.
Bellinger got a nice pitch to hit. It was that 2-seamer going, and it started at sort of the middle in and ended up right over the heart of the plate, and Bellinger just took a big swing and just a bit late and ended up getting underneath it.
So Ben Rice will step to the plate. He is the Massachusetts born and bred kid who grew up a Yankee fan and now wears the Yankee uniform. That first pitch is a sweeper to the left-handed hitting Rice that comes too far inside. Legend goes that he was on a field trip with his school, went to Fenway Park, broke away from the group, and said to himself, I'm going to write on the pesky foul pole, Yankees rule, which he did as he looks at a strike inside.
Is it still there?
I do believe he went back to look. That's a long time ago, and there's a lot of graffiti that gets written, so I think they washed it. As he takes a pitch on the corner.
I'm surprised they didn't burn the pole down after that and get a new one. Red Sox will be very upset.
The innocence of a youthful Ben Rice. Big hockey player as well. Next pitch to him, he swings wildly, and he's gone. Riley O'Brien gets out of it. The damage was to Junior Caminero. He got hit by a pitch. We hope.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
because you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow. Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
The app today. The veteran Michael Walker. Good ERA, 119 in the 3rd innings pitched, but a 5-7 record for a floundering Royals team that had all sorts of hope coming into this season. It has backfired as Andy Pages, the 8th hitter for the National League, fouls the first pitch off. He's got his buddy Bobby Witt Jr. out there at shortstop, and the next one misses down and away from Waka.
And Waka also features 6 pitches, 4-seamer, changeup, cutter, sinker, curveball, slider.
Next pitch, that one lands in there for a strike, according to Alan Porter, the home plate umpire.
A lot of movement.
1-2.
A lot of shapes, a lot of change of speeds.
Here it comes. Now he bounced one up there. Waka, tall, at the belt. He is ready on a 2-2. Missed down, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Pages. What a year he's had. On a star-studded Dodger lineup, Pages has been as consistent as any of them with a 270 average, 17 homers, 66 runs batted in, and he can flat out go get it in the outfield. 3-2, swing and a miss, nasty changeup at 82. Pages strikes out.
Pages is, really upset about how he didn't play well offensively enough to stay in the lineup in the end of the postseason last year. So he became more of a spectator from the offensive side and came back very motivated. Dave Roberts said no, he didn't like that at all, and ended up being an all-star.
First pitch to Drake Baldwin, called strike on the outside corner.
76-mile-an-hour curveball.
Next one up, and that ball is down the third base side. Going to be foul into the seats and then dropped by a fan. And in Philadelphia, when you do that, you're going to get booed.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Walker working quickly, fires the next one, and called strike 3 on the corner. Baldwin is gone. And Michael Walker working quickly has got Pages and Drake Baldwin.
Walker is absolutely painting right now, hitting every corner, edge, and the glove, most importantly, just right on time.
Here comes Schwarber as the National League looks to break through. They're trailing 3-0. We have 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the third. And Walker, and that one is fouled down the third base side, and again, it is into the seats. Schwarber is wearing an earpiece for the television crew, and it popped out of his ear. The hazards of wearing equipment when you're playing a baseball game. He's trying to tuck it back in. Somebody's probably talking in his ear while he's there, and they pick up the broken pieces, and he takes the changeup down and away.
No, he doesn't know how to wrap it over the ear. We're going to have to give him some TV setup 101 here.
Next one from Walker, swing and a miss. Schwarber a little off balance there with a cutter. The earpiece falls back out. It is connected to the back of his jersey, so it's not like he's bending down to pick it up. He's got to put it back in his ear. Here's the next one. No, he takes. Hitting is hard enough.
Yeah, it's challenging.
From a network that made a living putting earpieces into players' ears. Not when they were at the plate, definitely more in the field. Walker at the belt, and the tall righty fires in and out of the glove of Langeliers on a swing and a foul ball.
Walker's topping out about 95. Working the top of the zone very well. And then once in a while, we get that change up down, trying to change eye levels, north, south, work up, down.
Shift on against the left-handed hitting Schwarber. Walker's next one, he checks his swing, and that's a foul ball. Into the dugout on the third base side. Walker has been around a long time, kind of followed in the footsteps of the Carpenters and Wainwrights in St. Louis. One hopper snared over there by Clement at second base. Schwarber hit it hard, but he and his earpiece have been retired, and they do not score any runs. So we are through 3 innings here in the 2026 MLB All-Star Game. It stays 3-0 in favor of the American League. As you are listening to the
people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant?
I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Allen Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Left on left, something we've seen a ton of in this game. Green struck out his first time up. And he looks at a fastball on the outside corner at 98 miles an hour.
It has a little bit of kind of sink to it. I mean, frisbee-ish.
He's ready, and the next one is down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Just terrific movement on that sweeper of his, which he throws more than any other pitch, 37% of the time. And he came on strong. His last decisions, all 5 victories, and Green gone on a sweeper again. Another strikeout for the American League.
And really well located as Luzardo starts it in the zone, and by the time Green commits to it, it really danced out of there. That sweeper is a tough pitch. 131 batting average opponents have.
Luzardo wearing glasses out there on the mound, gets Ernie Clement to swing at another first pitch. He grounds it to third, and Muncy will throw him out. Ernie Clement has stepped into the batter's box and on 2 pitches has been retired. I'm guessing he's been at the plate less than 30 seconds.
Well, one was accidental. That was intentional. And they both ended up on the ground, slow rollers. And
don't you want to make this experience last a little bit longer?
He's jumping first pitch.
Ernie baseball down, 2 down. Here's Trout. And he swings and hits a 1-hopper to Muncy. Luzardo threw less than 3 pitches and he got out of the inning somehow. I mean, it was remarkable. Any other night he's coming back out, but it's an all-star game.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker.
And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting.
And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Hear ye. Gather around for some of the week's wildest plays.
It's only going to hurt for a second, Brandon.
And it drops between 4 twins.
I shall not drop the ball.
Well, don't believe that. Just clanked off his glove.
Whoa, was that an ephus?
He didn't even see it. It almost clipped him.
A fantastic finish.
Far slip and then took this ball off the top of the helmet.
Some just don't know how to catch him.
The throw drills him right in the back, though.
Others don't know where to catch him.
Often met right cheek.
And feast your eyes on these fantastic fielders.
Oh my goodness, what a diving catch.
And leaping lizards. Great plays in the outfield.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play. You can't get much higher than this.
Krauser takes away another. Crowder makes the catch.
Oh my, what a play by Tyrone Taylor.
How about that?
Keith at the plate, first pitch, fly ball, right field. This one's deep. This one's got a chance. Gone. Number 7 for Colt Keith, and the Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
Boy, that didn't take long at all.
Welcome home, Tigers, with a 2-run bomb.
This is a very tough lineup if you're not good at getting left-handed bats out.
Good job of the Tigers making sure to bring that ball up. That cutter was brought up, and it didn't last very long. That ball was hammered out to right center.
Sidearm delivery and a comebacker. There's the good athleticism. He throws the glove to first for the out. The ball was stuck in his glove. What an intelligent play by El Duque.
That reminds me of Terry Mulholland 12 years ago against the New York Mets.
And it's a good reminder for all you youngsters out there. If you're going to catch a glove with a ball wedged into it, use 2 hands like Tino Martinez did.
Radio and the ESPN app. Back here in Philadelphia, it's the 2026 All-Star Game, 96th edition, and the Red Sox version now on the field with Cedon Rafaela in center field, Wilson Contreras at first. And a new pitcher in the game and a new catcher. Joe Ryan is on the mound, he of the Minnesota Twins. Dylan Dingler of the Tigers behind the plate. 6'5", 285 for Joe Ryan. California cool kid all over the place. 39th round high school draft pick. He's now the anchor of the Minnesota Twins. He'll get Juan Soto in the first pitch. Misses away a 4-seam fastball.
He has a sidearm-ish or 3/4 delivery, 4-seamer, sweeper, splitter, knuckle curve, sinker, slider.
Next pitch misses down. 2 balls and no strikes.
He's tough. He comes at you with anything in any count.
Got a mop of a hairdo falling outside the back of his Twins hat. He fires and Soto fouls that straight back. Originally a 7th round pick for Tampa Bay in 18 out of Cal State Stanislaus. High strikeout rates, and he was representing Team USA at the Olympics. Shot back up the middle. It got by Ryan and the dive of Bobby Witt Jr. And Juan Soto a hard single up the middle, and that gets it started for the National League here in the 4th.
And Ryan got a lot of the plate, tried to throw the 4-seamer, but with his arm slot, it really runs a lot away from left-handers. And that one ran into a very good hitting spot for Soto down and away. And he took his signature aggressive flat swing through the zone and got the base hit.
All right, the National League down 3-0. Here's Freddie Freeman. Ryan's first pitch to him, off-speed knuckle curve is in there. So while he was representing Team USA at the Tokyo Olympics, he was eating breakfast at the Olympic Village with Joe Ryan. He then found out he'd been traded to Minnesota for Nelson Cruz. Swing and a miss from Freeman late. We go from that knuckle curve to a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
It was just like a surprise delivery.
Yeah.
Was it like in the food?
Raisin bran and maybe a text flying in from a buddy. Freeman fouls it off on the third base side.
Did they do it like a gender reveal kind of thing?
What team is it?
Yeah, figure it out. What team?
Colors of the team. Minnesota, we got some red and blue. I'm already playing for the U.S. Olympic team. Like what's going on?
They could figure it out.
0-2 on the way to Freeman, and we've seen this act before as that ball is down. He walked in the first. Sanchez had gotten ahead of him. I should say, Cease had gotten ahead of him, and he ended up walking. So we'll see if he can battle back from 0-2. He's got a runner out there at first and Soto. Ryan at the belt fires, and that one is swung on and missed. Another knuckle curve for Ryan and a rare strikeout of Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, that was a good pitch with Ryan, because he has that runner that runs away from lefties, but then he can complement that with a knuckle curve going the opposite direction. And it's not a slow rolling kind of knuckle curve. It spikes at the end, and he got Freeman to chase and swing over it.
So Ryan now ready to C.J. Abrams swing and a miss. That fastball jumped up on him at 96 miles an hour. He's not an imposing guy. He's like 6'1", 200 pounds, 30 years old, but often mentioned in trade deadline discussions. So the Twins going to trade Joe Ryan. Next pitch to Abrams misses away.
And they don't seem to want to, because if you're going to be able to win, you'd like to have Joe Ryan on your squad.
We're going to get an update on the injury to Junior Caminero as soon as the Abrams plate appearance is over. Ryan on a 1-1, swung on and fouled into the mitt of Dingler, 1-2.
The splitter up and away. Even up in the zone, it's just hard to find the barrel. It's got a lot of tumble to it.
His bread and butter is the four-seamer. He throws that about 45% of the time, and then he splits the next 4 pitches. And he got him to swing and miss. And with that, we'll go down to Buster for an update on Junior Caminero.
Yeah, Carl, this is good news for the Tampa Bay Rays. The initial x-rays are negative, that he does not have a break. Of course, you would assume that if necessary, he'll undergo more testing. But I'm sure that word is already filtered to the Tampa Bay Ray organization. Cody Bellinger looked at me after he got hit and said, man, it just stinks when that happens.
That's the worst. That is good news. Let's hope it continues to be good news and there's nothing else wrong with it. I imagine the Rays were all over the information when Caminero sprinted to the dugout, then the locker room after getting hit by a pitch from Riley O'Brien. That is good news. Max Muncy is up. He takes one on the inside corner.
I mean, the Rays might have had their own drone, to come in and check it out, investigate. Why not?
It would be very Rays-like to do that. Sort of on the cutting edge of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But man, that is such a terrible thing to see, and it's a good news. Muncy swinging a miss there. That Ryan heater is working well. 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a little trouble picking up the ball. I mean, there's some deception with Ryan, and he elevates that four-seamer from a tricky slot, and then he has that complimentary splitter and knuckle curve.
Here we go again. Swung on, popped straight up to center field, short center. Bobby Witt has drifted all the way back out there. He's there, and he'll make the play. Before we take a break, here's Buster.
Yeah, Carl, he's day-to-day. Junior Caminero, after getting those negative x-rays, I'm told he's in good spirit, feeling good. Back to you.
Really good.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
Jim Basketball in our Baseball Tonight studio. Mike Trout in his pretty much backyard, 40 miles from his hometown, playing in his first All-Star game since 2019, 12th overall, most of any player in this Midsummer Classic. He joined our Buster Olney.
You're close to home. What was this experience like for you?
Oh, it's been great. You know, you cherish moments like this. It goes by so fast, so it's, you got to slow everything down and just enjoy it, like you said in the beginning with my kids and my family. This is year 15 for me, so it's going by so quick. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment with the fans, my family, and it's been great.
So over these 2 days, how many people have brought up the idea of coming to play at Trout National?
A lot, and then we got a lot coming tomorrow. So,
who's coming?
A lot of guys, a lot of retired MLB guys. So. It's pretty cool to be able to, bring something to the table for them. And obviously it's one of my, my babies back home. So for them to come out and enjoy it and just get some time off, means a lot.
Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
How about that? Trout National, his own golf course. You've made it when you have your own golf course there. Trout, third player in American League history to earn at least 11 All-Star selections with one team, joining Cal Ripken Jr., who did it 17 times with the O's, and George Brett also 11 times with the Kansas City Royals. He's a two-time All-Star Game MVP in 14 and 15, one of 5 players to win it multiple times. Then there's Justin Verlander, 21st season, announcing earlier that this will be his final season in Major League Baseball. He was the Legends pick for this All-Star game. That means 10 All-Star games for the right-hander, 266 career wins. He also joined our Buster Olney.
So, Justin, when we talked with John Schneider before, he said that after he spoke to the team, he wanted to turn the floor over to you. What'd you say?
I mean, honestly, really special of him to do that, and I felt so honored. But just talking about the people that this game brings together and how I remember creating friendships from All-Star games with guys that I would have never known otherwise. And it's a small community, this baseball community, and it gets even smaller when you talk about All-Stars. So, just to embrace the people, meet new guys, don't take it for granted. And, I remember my first one meeting Derek Jeter, and here I am still talking to him. He's working for, on the field, and I get to go say hi to him, and it's all because of that All-Star game that I even know him. So just things like that.
How cool is it for you to be here this year?
I mean, it's really special, honestly. I think it's I wasn't sure how I feel about it, but seeing the reaction of my teammates and the coaching staff and the fans, it means the world to me. Obviously, I've given my life to this game, and so to see the reaction and this pick and to show the appreciation, it means the world to me.
Justin, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Buster.
He's been limited to just one start this year, kind of finishing where it all began with the Detroit Tigers. He's dealt with hip and hamstring injuries, but 266 career wins. Once upon a time, a pitcher went for 300 career wins. That would guarantee Hall of Fame credentials. You have to wonder if a pitcher nowadays, the way the game is played, will ever even reach that number, the one that Verlander is currently at, 266. Then there's the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge out, Giancarlo Stanton out, Max Fried out, but they are riding a 4-game win streak into this All-Star break, 3 games back of Tampa Bay for the AL East lead and American League lead. This Cody Bellinger, who has the first knock for runs in this game.
Bang! Zoom goes James Wood. He's done it again on the first pitch from Cam Schlittler.
Western medal for Ty France. His 11th home run of the year has put the Padres back ahead. It's 8-7.
And on the run is Hill. He makes a diving catch. Oh, what a play. Hill has put together a defensive highlight reel this year.
The Yankees with some late inning power. McMahon, then Grisham gives the Yankees a lead. And after that, Paul Goldschmidt gives them more of a cushion.
He's done it again! What's going on? He's a monster! He's not a magician. That's 10.
I've never seen anything like it.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Joined them, and there was a big fireworks show. For the kids that were there, they'll never forget that.
No, I mean, they had a catch with Freddie Freeman. You know,
literally during that, there was a catch with Freddie Freeman. Yes. Baseball connecting its future with its present, as those kids seem to all be able to ride bikes and be from the age, I don't know, what do you think, 6 to 15? We will now continue. We got Matt Olson at first base. We'll get you the rest of the substitutes. Broken bat flies down the third base side. The ball goes first as Yandy Diaz, the designated hitter, fouls the first pitch off. Olson, Sal Stewart in the game at third. Corbin Carroll is in left, and William Contreras is behind the plate. Up to date, Dougie?
No, I'm not, but I'm going to try.
Would you like me to repeat it?
I think I'll let it seep in. You know, we got Corbin Carroll out there.
Yep. Soto out of the game. Carroll in.
Contreras.
Good. And the next pitch to Diaz, who got a new piece of wood, is in there for a strike.
Foster, Griffin in.
On the mound.
Cutter, four-seamer, sweeper, curveball, splitter, sinker, changeup.
He gets him to chase one of those changeups you just mentioned, and the big lefty strikes out Yandy Diaz. Entered the game, shattered a bat, and then he is gone. A quick appearance for Yandy Diaz, who batted in the place of Yordan Alvarez.
And Diaz is having an amazing year. I mean, he's so good at going the opposite field with power, and he's just always flirting with that batting title.
Here is Dylan Dingler for his pitch, inside corner, called strike with a cutter from the Nationals. Big lefty Griffin. Dingler 60 RBI to lead all catchers. He bats for Langoliers. Swings and fouls one, a squibber at the plate. It's 0-2.
Yeah, the cutter combination with that changeup has just been so effective for Griffin. Both pitches they hit well under 200 against, where they actually managed to end the bat off that pitch, but it just keeps that hitter very off balanced.
The former first round pick buries one down. It misses. Foster Griffin, 30 years old. First round of the Royals back in 2014. Out of Florida, here's the next one. That one bounces up there, and it's deflected away by William Contreras. Have an opportunity for Wilson Contreras to bat while William Contreras is behind the plate. Dingler swings and misses. Really good changeup. A good start for Griffin there on the mound. He got Diaz and now Dingler.
Yeah, that changeup is tough. I mean, he's kind of got a lot of extension, and he holds it in almost a two-seamish grip, and the ball just floats away from the hitter, and that was in the zone, but Dingler swung way over it.
Miguel Vargas will now swing, and he takes one 1-0. Pitch up and away. Encouraging news, he plays for the injured Junior Caminero. The Tampa Bay Ray star took a pitch off of his pinky. This one line to the gap in left center, and it is a running catch out there in center by Andy Pages. It was tailing away from him towards right, and he made a running catch in the gap. Really good play by Andy Pages. With that, another quick inning, middle of the fifth. The American League still leads.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the fifth inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, Can of Corn.
Easy fly ball.
You start to run into multiple closers, so it's going to get dark early if they don't make the adjustments.
Is that sort of an off play of it's going to get late early? It's going to get dark early? Isn't there a whole thing about daylight savings time being sort of run through the Senate?
Yeah, like changing it? Yeah, I don't know.
Eliminate, just having daylight savings time permanently.
Yeah, it's been in the works, I think.
The House has voted on it. Now it's up to the Senate as Nick Martinez's first pitch to Ozzie Albies misses. The defensive changes just really on the left side. Kevin McGonigal got a nice round of applause. He grew up about a half hour from Philadelphia. He's at short. Randy Arozarena in left. Albies swings wildly at a changeup from Martinez. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nick Martinez just continues to be such a great story of perseverance. He's a starter, he's a reliever, he's traded, he's moved, he's cut, he's just been through everything.
Albies on the ground. It's Contreras. Wilson, who fields and will step on first. Albies is retired. He's hit 2 ground balls, and he has been retired on both.
Yeah, Wilson flips it to himself as he, I don't know, it's like, how do I call it, like a 3-3?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. He flipped it to himself. So.
One more time for Brandon Marsh. He struck out his first time up. Martinez on the mound, who stands with a wide stance. Then he pulls his front leg back, sort of rocks into his pitch, and the first one is fouled off into the mitt. It's 0-1. And that one is high to Brandon Marsh.
Martinez, Texas, San Diego, Cincinnati, Tampa, and an all-star.
That one is in there for a strike. In an effort to inform the Philly fans, up on the giant scoreboard and left underneath Brandon Marsh's name, they list 3 sort of bullet points. First, all-star game appearance. The second bullet point, fascinating, as that one is bounced up there. It says, wets his hair up to 15 times per day.
That's, you know, it's not a hygiene report. That's fine, you know.
Same guy who ran off of a Sunday night baseball game with the microphone on asked if you were to have a record album, what would the name be? And he dropped Stay Loose and Sexy, which they then made into T-shirts, and all the Phillies had them, and they started selling them. Stay Loose and Sexy.
And wet your hair 15
times. Your
times.
hair 15 times a day.
That's the diss track version of it.
The B-side. Fouls one straight back. Was the B-side ever any better than the A-side on the records you used to flip over?
Sour Smile, all it is. Definitely.
Didn't know we were going back to Hall & Oates. Marsh chases another one up. He didn't stay loose or look very sexy there. He's gone twice on strikeouts.
Marsh, these two facing each other, it's a great story because just how Marsh has played himself into this all-star, and Nick Martinez, who has pitched abroad. He's just done everything, constantly training, working his mechanics, and he had just a breakout season.
Now Pages, who made a nice running catch in the gap in right center to end the last half. He will bat with 2 down. The 1-0 up the middle and fielded at second by Clement. Oh, what a play, Ernie Clement. He ranged to his right, gave a Jeter jump, and he got it to Wilson Contreras.
What a play, backhand jump, floated it in, and plenty of time on a pretty good runner in Pages.
Doug Lanville's Instant Analysis brought to you by Empower Invest Well. Live a little. Join our 19 million customers at Empower.com. Ernie Clement, terrific. We will stay 3-0. That is our.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
Progressive presents Perfectly Bad Excuses for Missing Stuff to Spend More Time on Your Motorcycle.
Hey, Suze, can't make it to your party. Gotta defrost some chicken. There's tenders, boneless thighs. Gotta keep an eye on it.
Now that was a bad excuse. If you love your vehicle this much, get customized coverage from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
High fly ball, deep right field. Wood back, track, wall. See ya! A big two-run home run for Chisholm. And the Yankees retake the lead. They're up 4-3.
Slammed to right down the line. It is gone! The bat almost went as far as the baseball.
That one is hammered to right. Deep and out of here. Number 200 for Yordan Alvarez. A no-doubter.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Oh, Hunter Green, what a ball game. 12 strikeouts for the big fella.
Tristan Peters with a double, a single, a homer, and the toughest one he gets in his fourth at bat.
Trout struck out, and then they started putting runs on the board. Dougie Raisel Iglesias is in, and will continue with the changes. Luis Ariz has moved in to play second base. Renato Lopez is now taking over at shortstop. In the outfield, it is PCA in center field. James Wood is in right field, and William Contreras is behind the plate. This should be the inning that we see William Contreras and his brother Wilson Contreras having some conversation, as Wilson Contreras is due up third in the inning. Hits and runs are going to be hard to come by with the bullpen arms, and another one now. Raisel Iglesias, 19 for 20, saves for the Atlanta Braves. First man he'll get is the product of suburban Philadelphia, if you will, and that is Kevin McGonigal, who has made such an impact on the Tigers. Iglesias' first pitch is down to McGonigal.
You've got to contend with Iglesias with his changeup. I mean, such a good pitch and throws in any count.
In there for a strike on the next one.
Really sharp command, strategic in how he works out of the zone when he needs to.
On the ground to second base, and McGonigal is going to be retired as he is thrown out there by Luis Ariz. Talk a little bit about PCA and what he's done with the Chicago Cubs this year, now inserted into center field. Is he going to be the face of baseball moving forward in a crowded face of baseball conversation with the Ohtanis and Judges of the world? But he could be a guy, couldn't he?
Oh, absolutely, if he isn't already on some level. I mean, he just, you know, when you put him side by side with Ohtani's offensive numbers, you're like, oh, wow, they're pretty similar.
Yeah. Bellinger swings, golfs one to left. It's got to carry on it back there, just on the track, and able to make the play is Corbin Carroll. Not an easy one, but he was able to range to his left and run it down and take one away from Bellinger.
Yeah, Pete Crow Armstrong is one of those players that impacts the game in all the facets, you know, and we're talking high impact, his legs, his ability to steal a base, first to third base running, phenomenal defender, and now he's, you know, 30-30 guy.
All right, so it is Wilson Contreras. His brother just caught the baseball, and it was a swing and a miss. The Contreras couple, you mentioned that at the top of the show, how significant.
Yeah, this is a magic moment between brothers.
Iglesias buzzes the tower of Wilson.
It must be tough on William, you know, calling the pitches. You know, it's like, okay, what's his weakness? I'm going to throw this slider right here down and away, trying to get him out.
Swing and a miss, and that was the changeup that he called, and Wilson Contreras behind 1-2.
You think about all the times you know, growing up, you competed against each other, with each other, all the stories.
Here it comes. He went sort of sidearm as he dropped down and missed away. Oh yeah, there are a lot of stories. There's been a lot of emotion shown by certainly Wilson Contreras, given the terrible earthquakes in Venezuela and the loss of life, property. Next pitch, beaten into the ground, and there's no one on the right side to field it. Contreras takes a big turn and then about faces to first, but Wilson Contreras delivers a 2-out single on a 2-hopper through the vacated right side.
I mean, you know, that's what makes him a good hitter. I mean, this is a pitch that he had to reach for. He kept his base pretty well and found the barrel and didn't have to hit it hard, but there, you know, nobody was there. So, you know, he didn't get into pull mode. He just took his base hit and kept it going.
Now Rosarena looks at strike one on the inside corner. Changeup at 88 for Maiciel Iglesias. Iglesias out of Cuba has become one of the great closers in baseball. And as he fires the 0-1, he misses down, 1 ball, 1 strike. Posted big numbers, remember, when he was with the Angels, and they got a 4-year deal for $58 million to stay there. But at the deadline in 22, he got moved to the Braves. If they get Suarez back, Atlanta is formidable in that bullpen. Late swing fouled off over the dugout on the first base side.
Iglesias has had some really phenomenal years. 2024, 1.95 ERA, 34 saves.
1 year, $16 million contract for the 26th season. This one is off the end of the bat. Ground ball is short. That will do it. Contreras is out at second, and before he goes back to the dugout, he and Luis Ariz embrace, and they will now separate and go back.
Reynolds makes a diving catch. Tremendous play by the Pirates left fielder.
Soto saves 2 runs with a beautiful diving catch.
Big time play. And that's the best play I've seen him make.
A sliding catch is made by Luke Raley. A tremendous catch. Diving Frelick made the catch.
Sal in right center on the dead sprint.
Kreidler dives and catches it.
What a play. What a play.
Eddie air to right field. Diving play by Perez.
Thomas slides in, makes the catch. He used the wet grass as a bit of a slip and slide.
Makes the leapy catch in front of the wall.
This one hit hard, but Sam is there to make the play. Soft liner, and it's caught by leaping Zach Neto.
Kyle Teal showing his former team. That's the arm I got.
Racing after it, Palacios towards foul territory, makes a basket attempt and a catch.
catch.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
So Ohtani heads up there with 299 career home runs. Highline drive, center field, carries over the wall. 300 for Shohei Ohtani. It was a line drive that just kept on rising, kept on climbing. And it's the 300th home run of Shohei Ohtani's Major League career.
I just can't imagine, you're starting a game and the first guy you have to face is Ohtani. I mean, that's just daunting.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Confirmed on the mound. Travis Bazzana has gone into play second base. And the first pitch is fouled straight back by William Contreras. You have Bazzana at second base and a former Savannah Banana in right field, Tristan Peters. Bazzana Banana now at second and right. And Smith spins one up there that Contreras swings at and fouls back.
Smith has had a fantastic season. Big strikeout number, 63 and 44 in the third innings. Four-seamer splitter sweeper.
Well, here it comes the next one. A fastball lifted to, well, it's the Bazzana Banana thing. And it's going to be the right fielder, Tristan Peters, who makes the play with the second baseman, Bazzana, looking at him. Bryce Harper, Philadelphia Philly legend, steps to the plate, shakes the hand of the home plate umpire. Porter, a Philly native, knows the impact that Harper's had on the community and will clean the home plate to allow Harper to get a round of applause. Harper will bat in the first position spot for Kyle Schwarber, who went 0 for 2 tonight. And Smith ready. Harper takes one away, 1-0. The 9-time All-Star. Good year. Rob Manfred got him into the game as a legend selection, and he chased 98 and he missed it. And Smith fired one by him.
Yeah, he played well and he's transitioned to first base. Much more improved.
Smith ready, fires, and that one is down and away. He's become a really, really good defensive player at first base. Schwarber's got his phone out. He's recording the Harper plate appearance. Smith ready, 2-1. Harper takes inside. Good pitch. 99. And it is 2-2. And after.
Batter sounds in the strike call.
Hey, and Alan Porter smiling as Harper says, I got to challenge that.
And I think Harper's dead wrong.
And he is way wrong.
Both confirmed. The National League has one remaining.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the whole ball is inside the box.
Yeah, I think it'd fit 4 baseballs in there.
2-2. Swing and a miss for Bryce Harper. That was anticlimactic. A splitter got him. There's a lot of muttering going on from hitters with the pitchers that they are seeing tonight. All of them able to strike these guys out, and Harper retired just a tumbling splitter that looked like a knuckler.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because these are elite pitchers and they have a certain pitch that's probably an elite wipeout pitch, and you haven't seen it before, or you've seen it very little.
Right. Corbin Carroll, strike one to him. He bats for the first time.
So they're just like, oh, it's like I'm in trouble.
We're in the top of the 6th. It's 3-0 American League. Fouled straight back. The National League has been held in check. They've got 1 hit in the game. Dylan C. started things off, and then it was a parade of pitchers, Messick and Waka and Ryan and Nick Martinez. The 0-2 to Carroll. That's outside. He doesn't offer.
It kind of makes me think when Hideo Nomo broke on the scene, and he had this splitter that nobody understood in his motion. So if you have ever seen him before, the first time you see it, you're just kind of done.
2 outs, 1-2, swing and a miss. That was very nifty and efficient work from Cade Smith. He came in all business, got Contreras to fly out, Harper and Carroll to strike out. And that will do it. We are through 6 innings. It's the American League 3, the National.
And even though you're dejected down 3.
First pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6.
Fastball outer third up. He was ready for it.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
They flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
No, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet.
The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
Schlittler, 25 years old. He spent the season until June in Double-A last year, then moved up to Triple-A, and he was called up to the Yankees on July 9th, and what a difference he made. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the sinker. Swing and a miss. That's the sinker. 4 strikeouts in a row, 8 on the game.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high.
You've heard about the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Doug's 6 degrees are all about Darrell Hall and John Oates.
Good way to live, man.
The Dodgers, Robleski is on the mound, maybe multiple innings here. First pitch swinging and a strike to Travis Bizzana. That was a heck of a play by Clement. Certainly won't make up for the terrific play by Pages during the World Series in Game 7, which was a series-saving play, but it shows how the players carry these things for years, for the rest of their life, especially in a World Series. That one is in there for a called strike to Bizzana.
And it's required to have a really good memory in this game, whether it's recognizing patterns and just making adjustments, growing, figuring out like your own challenges.
Yep, and Robleski, he got him to swing at that. He tried to check it, but Bizzana didn't, and he is gone. Another strikeout here with a 9-hole hitter, which gets us back to the top, and it's Cedon Rafaela for the first time.
And Robleski's been really good. A lot of pitches, really 7 but primarily four-seamer 50% of the time. And we wiped him out with that slider, which he throws about 30% of the time.
Yeah, Robleski now deals. Then the right-hand swinging Rafaela swung and missed at a rising fastball. It's 0-1. Cedon's taking advantage of Fenway Park. He's got 22 doubles on the season. A terrific, rangy center fielder. And he looks at a breaking ball, a slider that gets the outside corner. Cedon Rafaela behind 0-2 with one out in the seventh.
And he's been really consistent this year, taking steps in his game. Each month he's been steady.
Swing and a miss. Robleski, a fastball at 97 up and away. And that sends Rafaela back to the dugout.
That was just pure heat.
Yep.
I mean, elevated, just kept going away and up. And Cedon a little bit late.
The AL has struck out 8 times tonight. And the first pitch lands in there for a strike to Yandy Diaz. Justin Robleski celebrating birthday 26 today. What a way to do it at an All-Star game as his next one rides high and away. What do the Dodgers do at the deadline, if anything? Swing and a miss on that one from Diaz.
Kind of whatever they want to do. I mean, they have the resources, the talent, and then who knows who they're going to get back just by good health, whether it's Snell or somebody.
Robleski sees one fouled out of play.
And, you always hear about teams say, like, we've had all these injuries, the Mets, the Cubs, understandable how that derails you. But then you realize the Dodgers have had, like, huge injuries between Snell and Glasnow and Will Smith.
Yeah, Robleski does it, man. For a kid that was demoted in 25 after a disastrous appearance against the Nats, to be an all-star in 26 talks about his perseverance. And what an inning as he struck out 3. And with that, the National League will come to the plate, and they need some runs. We are in the middle of the 7th. They are down 3-0 to the AL, and this is the 2026 MLB All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Every 40 seconds a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222.
His 27th home run of the year.
Gonna go! Western medal for Ty France. His 11th home run of the year has put the Padres back ahead. It's 8-7. On the run is Hill. He makes a diving catch. Oh, what a play. Hill has put together a defensive highlight reel this year.
The Yankees with some late inning power. McMahon, then Grisham gives the Yankees a lead. And after that, Paul Goldschmidt gives them more of a cushion.
He's done it again! What's going on? He's a monster! He's not a magician. That's 10. I've never seen anything like it.
Problem now down the left field line is one of the carts looks like it ran out of gas. This is something out of Keystone Cops right here.
Michael Lorenzen might be in the market for a new glove. Chuck that one in the trash can.
Dropped it on the grass as the pitch was coming.
Nobody's out here to take it away.
Whoops.
The bat even goes farther as a torpedo when it's thrown into the stands. Look at this.
How do you like that? Have you ever seen that before? It just disappeared.
I thought it might have been a home run.
Something about that too, where he's like, I got respect for it. They're cheering for their players.
As Schwarber's National League team has some work to do, just one hit down 3-0. Their half of the seventh at Citizens Bank Park with Doug Glanville and Carl Ravitch.
All right, baseball's current Iron Man, Matt Olson, looked at the first pitch ball from Drew Rasmussen, and now Rasmussen ready on the 1-0, and that is also high, 2 balls and no strikes. 869 consecutive games that Matt Olson has been penciled or pinned into the lineup. And if he had his choice, he'd continued to do it. Rasmussen's 2-0, swung on and fouled back off the screen behind him.
And just kind of kept going and playing and just put up numbers to say, yeah, keep playing.
3-0 American League. We are in the bottom of the 7th, and Olson soared there on a filthy cutter. And that is now a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
It was like kind of a sand wedge swing there. Just not sure he got tied up, but that's the beauty of having 3 strikes. Get another shot at it.
Yeah, if he hit a sand wedge there, he would have topped it. That ball was a big swing, and he fouls it straight back off the screen. Olson having a huge year again. 25 homers already, 58 runs batted in. The Braves' concern is getting Ronald Acuna back on the field. Another hamstring injury, though he has started a rehab. Rasmussen's next one, and this ball is hit towards shallow left center. Arozarena is under it, and he will make the play, and Olson is retired.
The Braves were really far ahead. The Phillies kind of making their move, and that division has gotten very tight.
So many times this time of year when you start to focus on the trade deadline, it comes down to how the team is playing on the field. And then ultimately it's the decision makers, the Anthopoulos in Atlanta, the Dombrowskis here in Philadelphia, the Friedmans in Los Angeles. Zato Lopez swings and misses at the first one. And who makes the move that makes the difference? Doesn't have to be a big one, but it's a move to see who makes the difference. Lopez swings again in his first All-Star game appearance. Miami Marlins shortstop is behind 0-2. He leads Major League Baseball in hits this year.
And batting average.
334. That one is way outside.
I mean, what a year. And this is why the Marlins are one certainly reason that they are in people's face and have a real shot. I mean, there's some talented offensive players, and Lopez is at the center of it.
Rasmussen, who has the only perfect game in Oregon State University history, throws one high. That was in 2015, and then he had to have back-to-back Tommy John surgeries, so he ended up falling with all the talent that he's got into the 6th round in 2018. But now an all-star for the Rays, and he gets a foul ball off the bat of Zato Lopez.
And when you peel back the layers, so many of these players have had these indirect, circuitous ways to get to this point. I mean, whether it's the pitchers and the injury and Tommy John and being traded, release, cut, whatever it is, it's not linear. And there's a lot of perseverance on these really talented players.
Rasmussen fires on a 2-2. Off-speed pitch. Lopez chased. He's gone. Another strikeout by a National League hitter.
Nasty sweeper. I mean, it just faded away, and Lopez tried to punch it foul, and ball was a little bit higher than he anticipated.
12 strikeouts that the American League pitchers have got. Really good hitter now for the Cincinnati Reds, Sal Stewart. And Rasmussen throws high and away, 1-0. They'll appeal on a swing down there at first base. He did not go. It's 1-0. Stewart is one of those Vlad Guerrero Sr. types. He doesn't have really a zone. He'll go after anything, and he generally will make contact. He's been a phenomenal story for Terry Francona's Reds.
Francona predicted it, just felt he was so advanced a hitter, and power to all field, discipline.
Power everywhere. 19 homers on the season, and he takes another one, and he's worked himself into a 3-0 count.
And he got to play in the postseason against the Dodgers, against Yamamoto, and got a couple hits. And he was unfazed.
2 outs, bottom 7, 3-0 pitch, lands at 3-1, a fastball at 97.
Wow, that was right there. Yeah, you're down by 3. He's trying to take a pitch here, but woo, that split the plate.
Only 1 hit for the NL. Here it comes, 3-1. Swing there, and he fouled it into the mitt. Went with a cutter at 89. It's 3-2.
Stewart tried to hit that ball into the parking lot.
And here it comes for count, and that just missed. Stewart will draw the walk from Rasmussen. So with 2 outs, the NL as a base runner, and you can kind of feel it in the ballpark. They are looking as a National League city for something to cheer about. They got a good contact guy coming up in Luis Arraez.
Well, the pitch that he took there, that was just another example of Stewart's discipline. Like, young hitter, he amped up, all-star game, he gets ahead in the count. And Rasmussen went with a slider down and away, and he laid off it. It was a pretty good pitch, but he threw a pitch for the chase.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Why is that person holding a Keith Hernandez card in their hand during the game? Are they waiting for you?
I never cared for that particular pose right there, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you sign on that card?
Right on your best feature. Keith on one side and Hernandez on the other.
I can only sign it on the Bohunkas, though.
Oh, that's a lovely signature.
Right across the boat. Look at that. It's like a tattoo.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch with the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottle.
He's just a flat-out machine of a hitter.
Yeah, Latz is very good against left-handed hitters. Here's that first pitch. It's an off-speed one, a slider that it gets him ahead 0-1. Rasmussen was grateful for the opportunity to get out there, man, given his journey. And Schneider and he had a good moment. So did Adley. Rutschman has been inserted as a catcher. And Latz works to Arise, and that's high. And inside.
Arise is staring him down. He whipped his head back and then whipped it right back to get his stare on there.
Latz next one. Swing and a miss. A good challenge at 96, which will require Arise to take a little walk around home plate.
That's his thing. It clears his head. He goes full circle around, comes back, and still has time on the pitch clock.
Jacob Latz, the lefty. Fourth pitch on a 1-2 to Arise. That ball is yanked, but it's way foul. High down the first base side into the second deck. Got out ahead of that one.
Arise takes another loop around the plate. I think he gets a lot of steps in by the end of the game here.
Latz has been with the Rangers since 2021. 44 2/3 this year. And a 126 batting average against. Comes to the plate and misses away. Two balls, two strikes, two down. Top of the bottom of the seventh, with the AL still leading 3-zip and the NL with only one hit. Sal Stewart leads off first. Latz at the belt. The lefty comes home 2-2, and he got Arise to chase way out of the zone. And Arise, I think respectfully, looks out and says a few things to Latz as he gets the job done out of the bullpen. We are at the end of 7 innings of play.
Leading off against the lefty Brandon Williamson is O'Neal Cruz here.
Oh my.
Fly ball, right center field, and O'Neal Cruz with his first Cruz missile of the year. Off the lefty, Brandon Williamson. Cruz crushes it. Pirates get the run back. They lead 6-1.
That's a beautiful thing. You ride it out for times just like that. It's just a special talent. It comes together like that, and you're very thankful because he can change the scoreboard.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team, and this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Now let's check out some plays from the field that only a mother could love.
Thank you to all the mothers out there. We love you.
Too sweet.
Nicely done with the sign.
Vientos is not going to want this on his highlight reel, I'll tell you that.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
Hubba Bubba on Bubba.
You can even smell on his bat. Hitters are funny. Now he's talking to it.
Then Peters has some problem.
Heads up. Man alive.
Look, Mom, check out these top defensive plays.
Adele leaping, and he makes the catch.
He's unreal.
One of his patented run-saving miracles.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Put a star on that for Jarvis.
Picked it right off the top of the grass. It was a snow cone.
That was sensational. Spectacular play by the Padres first baseman.
He jumps and he makes the catch. P-Crow awesome. Ryan Waldschmidt with a diving catch. What a catch by Eli White.
How about that?
High fly ball. Deep right center. Great carry. And that baby's gone.
Andy, watch where this pitch is. It's 2 baseballs up and away off the plate. I don't know how he hit it, and I don't know how he hit it out.
Well, he hit it 438 to the opposite field.
27 home runs now. You wonder how many of the 27 have actually been pitches in the strike zone. He can go get pitches out of that zone and drive them out of the ballpark everywhere.
Reports out on X that Riley O'Brien, the pitcher, went to check on Junior Caminero as he got x-rays here at the ballpark. He wanted to do so in person. X-rays were negative. O'Brien and Caminero hugged. O'Brien was back in the dugout within the last half hour. So Riley O'Brien was obviously very concerned about the Caminero injury. He hit him with a pitch on his left hand, x-rays negative. Back here, we head to the 8th inning. The AL leading 3-0, and Adley Rutschman will get his first chance at the plate. And Robleski starts him off with a slider in for strike one. Rutschman will bat, switch hitter from the right side. And Robleski deals a slider that missed too far out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, it's just an example of, it's the same fraternity, especially in a stage like this, exhibition. You want to, nobody's trying to hurt anybody.
No. Rutschman fouls one off. Now, it's about the worst case scenario in an all-star game to see a player get hurt. And it's not, you can't minimize it because every one of these guys is critically important to their team.
Absolutely.
Olsen Arise on the right side. Lopez, Stewart on the left side. And Rutschman hits a high chopper charged by Lopez. He gets it on the first hop. And the Orioles catcher is retired. And there is 1 down. What are you most looking forward to, Doug, second half of the season?
Ooh. I think the trade deadline is going to be just explosive. As we get towards the end of this month and go into August. There's some good series too. Yankees, Dodgers. It's going to be some fireworks.
On the TV side, we have the Mets and the Phillies, and the Mets have been terrible this year. That's the second half opener. And then on a Monday, it's the Dodgers who come back into town here to play the Phillies. And what could be a National League postseason preview is the next one to Miguel Vargas misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And Vargas sends one deep to left, and a no doubt about it, Miguel Vargas second deck bomb. The American League now leads it 4-0. That had home run derby type vibes to it.
Yeah, Vargas is just, you talk about a breakout season. There's no question. And couldn't get an opportunity, fully won with LA. He gets the chance to shine in a young, explosive team with the White Sox, who are a power hitting team. And he is demonstrating why his power has been a quiet kept secret until this season.
Yeah, the White Sox are no longer a secret. They are a fun team to watch as McGonigal comes up and sends one to the seats on the third base side. It's 0-1. The White Sox are revived. That home run was a home run derby flashback. He stood at the plate and watched it for a while, and it went to where a lot of the balls went last night. Second deck in left field. Robleski, who was giving him 2 innings of work here because they really had probably enough pitchers to cover 9 innings.
Yeah, it's a little thin, and they're trying to stay away from certain people, trying to give people a blow.
0-2 to McGonigal. That one's down. I've started to hear some rumblings from especially veterans that, you need to figure out a way to have the younger players appreciate, as the ball's fouled at the plate, what this opportunity means. We talked about Dave Roberts at the top having these conversations, sitting around a clubhouse. Sometimes you wonder if that's a little bit lost on some of the players who don't maybe respect the opportunity as much as you'd like to see them, and not being available for a game as McGonigal fouls another one off, let alone not coming to the game.
Not come, possibly. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to foul him. I know some of it is just the cultural shift, and pitchers are injured, and there's a lot of protection, and we saw it in the World Baseball Classic.
1-2. He holds up 2-2.
So those are some of the elements, but I know for in my case, right, I didn't make an all-star team. I had a couple of good first halves, and I was like, well, maybe. And of course, if I had a shot, I would have loved to have been here no matter what.
Robleski gets McGonigal to chase it. It bounces away, and the throw down to first is made very easily. And there are 2 down.
So part of it, yes, as a pitcher with all the risk involved, and you talk about their value to these teams, even more valuable in certain respects. You have these starters, and so yeah, they get, we saw with Mizorowski not pitching the last game before the break, and then Shohei Ohtani and all these things. It's like they're unavailable.
Yeah, Tristan Peters fouls one off at the plate. Schlittler, there was the whole Zach Wheeler thing here where he allegedly claimed he wanted to play in the All-Star game, and then they offered him an invite, which he then declined. Next one, that's fouled at the plate by Tristan Peters. A remarkable story in his own right, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying with Mizorowski, for example, he was like on the All-Star team last year with like very little work, but it was like you understood the show that he provides.
Yep.
But then it goes sometimes in conflict with like the longevity required or expected.
Called strike 3, Roboleski, and it looks like
the batter is challenging the strike call.
Former Savannah Banana, Tristan Peters, is going to challenge that call, and he is wrong. It just got
call is confirmed.
The top of the zone.
Has one challenge remaining.
The seams, Doug. The seams were able to get the top of the zone, and Peters is retired. They do add another home run, and no doubt about it, from Miguel Vargas. We are going to go to the bottom of the 8th here in Philadelphia. It's the American League 4th and National League with a bagel on the board. This is the 2026 MLB All-Star Game.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Schlittler, 25 years old. He spent the season until June in Double-A last year, then moved up to Triple-A, and he was called up to the Yankees on July 9th, and what a difference he made. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the sinker. Swing and a miss. That's the sinker. 4 strikeouts in a row, 8 on the game.
Deep left, and a leaping catch by Sam Antonacci.
Damas somehow catches it out of the air.
That was an ankle biter.
That's 2 runs if he doesn't make that play.
At the wall, leaping, and he makes the catch. Wow, what a play by Dalton Varsho. Crashes into the wall, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a play.
And a diving catch by Altuve to his left.
McClanahan flips to the plate, out at home plate.
Oh, what a running catch by T.J. Friedel.
Leaps, and he made the catch and crashes into the fence.
Zach DeCenzo, a diving attempt, and he makes a great catch.
It's a clean catch from Luke Raley. Spun around, spins around again, and he caught it. Luis Lara makes the catch.
That kid is getting a workout in right field.
Oh, what a play. You gotta be kidding me. Diving stop.
Oh, the first in time. Do it, Caleb.
Great pickup by Julian. He almost fell over.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Of the Blue Jays. 1 hit, 13 strikeouts in the game. And here's Varland's first pitch to Wood. High and away.
That one hit 100 for Seamer. There was a knuckle curve, changeup, slider as well.
Big numbers for Wood, who was a former home run derby participant. That next pitch is in there for a strike. Just a big dude. About 6'5", 6'6", 28 homers, 64 runs batted in. And Varland fires the next one. Wood with a big hack, but he fouled it straight back off the screen. A changeup. Changeup at 93 miles an hour.
Off the 100. Wood just missed it.
Varland out there, the right-hander who wears 77 on the back of the uniform. brings it in, and Wood able to hold up on a check swing. Here it comes. And Wood takes, that's high and away. 15th round pick out of the Twins. It feels like we're telling this story a lot tonight, but his story was kind of a journeyman. He bounced around. He will attack you on the mound. That one is in there, called strike 3. The knuckle curve from Varland sends Wood back. Strikeout 14 for the National League.
Wow, that was a nasty pitch. He throws the knuckle curve. Wood has a tremendous eye, leads Major League Baseball in walks. And he gave up on it, thought it was going to be up in the zone, and it just sort of took a downward turn right into the zone for the strikeout.
Chance for Pete Crow Armstrong. His first, he swings and misses. 0-1. We're starting to get into some historical territory with the National League, with just 1 hit and 14 strikeouts. Varland's next one to Armstrong. That's going to be up the middle, and it's a hit. Fan favorite Pete Crow Armstrong delivers the second hit of the game for the National League.
And he's been on absolute fire. He continues, gets a breaking ball up a little, and just drops the head on it. Base hit.
The Colorado Rockies' Hunter Goodman will get a first chance here, his second All-Star Game appearance. The Silver Slugger last year, broken bat liner to short, and Crow Armstrong will get back. It was caught by McGonigal. The bat splintered on that pitch from Varland. They're at 2 down here in the 8th. Ollie Marmol is one of the assistant coaches along with Don Mattingly. They've opted to send up a Cardinal in Ivan Herrera with 2 down here in the 8th. Walker is on deck if he can get on. He could change the game with the home run derby guy up with 1 swing. It's 4-0. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The National League's managed their second hit of the game. The AL has 6 of them, and they scored 3 of their 4 runs in the first. And Varland's pitch to Herrera sails outside. A fastball at 98. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Herrera, really, really good hitter, and good sense in the zone. Sprays it around.
Not afraid to wear it. I believe he leads the majors in hit by pitches with 24. He swings on the ground to third. That's fielded cleanly to second, and they get the speedy Crow Armstrong. Vargas threw it over there, and Dazana was there to make the play. They get a hit, which prevents them from some history.
Driven to right and deep. That's over Turner Ward's head. And he makes a circus catch and disappears. That'll be on a highlight film. And Turner Ward is shaken up. What a play. And leaving the field. That will be on a highlight film for a long time to come.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
He's aboard ahead of Corbin Carroll. Corbin last year, the first 30-30 season in D-backs history. Corbin Carroll lines it to right. And it's off the wall. Marte coming around. Corbin Carroll, he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
94 down and in, right in his wheelhouse. Thought that ball had a chance to get out of here off the bat, but it hits at the base of the fence out there. And then one of our favorite things to watch, Corbin Carroll legging out a triple.
High in the air to right. Carpenter back to the track. He's back to the wall. And it's gone.
Halfway over the cycle for Corbin Carroll. It's his first of the year, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks to the bottom of the second.
Breaking ball down and in slider, battling, trying to locate that pitch. And that's not where you want to throw it to a lefty, especially when that lefty's named Corbin Carroll. 2 big blasts.
One game. Taka Murakami will be the first guy he faces. Miller is just flat out gross when it comes to a pitcher. You don't hit him, he strikes you out a lot. He throws a slider and fastball, and that's really it. And Murakami just waved at one that was 100 miles an hour. It's 0-1.
Yeah, when I look at the StatCast pitches, it's different degrees, like on a grill. It just is just heat. Just 1 flame, 2 flames, and 3 flames.
He's all of those. He throws another one at 102. That Murakami's wondering, what in the world am I doing here dealing with this?
Yes, get it started, man. Get it started early.
Go now. He hasn't yet got into his windup. The 0-2. A little high. Another one that crests 100. He's coming in toasty. 102 again. 1-2. He's 25 for 25 in saves. And representing the Padres, the next pitch. Thanks for playing. Murakami gone. That was 102. He swung and missed. And Miller picks up a punching.
Yeah, that was pretty much heat and more heat. And Miller, and he has a slider that people miss all the time by a large margin as well. He's got a good secondary pitch.
All right, well, Dave Roberts, I guess, has seen enough. 102, looks like Mason Miller is going to be taken out of the game. Doug, I'll let you and I.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
On the ground, left side, Cora. 2 hopper stumbles and the throw into the artificial surface.
One of those embarrassing moments that all players have. Everything's normal to this point, everything's normal here, and now it becomes abnormal.
And look, he's suppressing a smile. Yeah. Come on now. He knows that's funny.
100, four-seamer, knuckle curve, sweeper.
It's rare you take out a guy who's blowing 102, but that's what you do in the All-Star game, especially here in Philadelphia. Arozarena takes a big hack at the first one from Duran and fouls it straight back. Miller was 25 of 25. Duran is 24 of 25 when it comes to saves. 13.8 strikeouts per 9. The 0-1 to Arozarena on the ground up the middle, and that's going to be a single. Ho-hum, he took a knuckle curve back up, and he gets himself a hit with one down.
Yeah, Arozarena was a little out in front of this, but he kept enough of the barrel up to be able to make contact. And someone like Duran throwing so hard, there's a lot that can come off the bat, still hard hit. So he finds the hole and gets the base hit.
So Arozarena will lead off first base. And here is Travis Bazzana, a terrific bat-to-ball skill player, making his first All-Star game appearance. Swings, and it's a high chopper to second on 2 hops. A rise will go to short, and that's going to be the only out. It was slowly hit off the bat of Bazzana. And they get the lead runner, Arozarena, at second.
He just didn't want to get deep in the count, so he went in attack mode, but tough pitch to handle or do much with, but did make contact.
Aroldis Chapman, another flamethrower, is warming in the American League bullpen with 2 outs here. His teammate with the Red Sox, Cedon Rafaela. This ball is grounded to second, slowly to a rise. He's up with it, got to be quick. Rafaela is retired, and the combo of Miller and Duran worked really well. We're going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. They'll face Aroldis Chapman. They need hits.
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the 5th, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed. Like, really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
Hernandez recorded his 2nd career multi-homer game in Sacramento on July 5th.
Fly ball. Left field. Come on, big boy. We're tied in the 8th. Oh, a bomb.
Does he have some pop? I mean, his have been no doubters. Power against power, and Roberto Hernandez prevailed.
Look where it lands, High. That is one of the longer homers we've seen in this ballpark's history. That ended up onto the concourse behind the bleachers and left.
What did Taj Bradley do, though? He looked like an all-star. He pitched 7 innings, and he was dominant, to say the least. He had all his pitches working. 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, big numbers.
This has been a dominant performance by the Phillies right-hander. Swing and a miss. He just matched his career high. 14 strikeouts through 7 innings for Zach Wheeler. An absolutely dominant performance.
Deep to the wall, and it's a record.
One day, you spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
This is the 2026 Major League Baseball All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Chapman on the mound, bottom 9 coming up. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the 2026 MLB All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Jordan Walker, the home run derby champion, picked up $1 million for the victory, more than he makes in a single year, and he will face Aroldis Chapman. It's the American League 4 and the National League nothing They have struck out 15 times, have managed 2 hits. And Chapman's first pitch is an off-speed splitter that Walker swung on and missed. He didn't see any splitters last night.
He did not. Nor 103 or whatever's about to come at him.
Big smile on the face of Chapman as he gets ready. 0-1 to Walker. Takes that one down, another splitter. Chapman is another one of those ageless performers. His body is, as David Ross said on Baseball Tonight, I gave him a hug and I hurt myself. The 1-1. Nope, he missed away. 2-1. For a while, it felt like teams that needed some bullpen help and an established postseason closer could maybe dial up the Red Sox and get Chapman, but they have propelled themselves back into the race. Walker swings and misses at a four-seam fastball that was 94.
Yeah, it almost looked like a changeup.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Weird. Loaded a lot on him, but still 94.
Now we've just witnessed 102, so we need Chapman to kick it up a notch on a 2-2. He does there. He went with a sinker, and that came in at 98. That is strikeout number 16 for the National League in this game. One shy of matching an All-Star game record.
Yeah, I mean, this is when you watch Chapman, you say, oh, this is why he's been so good. It's not just flames. I mean, he threw a bunch of sinkers down and away, got him Walker to expand. He threw splitters outside the zone. They gave him nothing to hit.
Chapman left on left to Matt Olson. He swings, got jammed, a little blooper, and it's going to be caught at shortstop by the rangy McGonigal in shallow center field. Olson quickly got that out. Schneider comes out, and Chapman is going to get 2 guys out. He did work up a little lather, but his night is over. He gets some hugs, and that will do it. As John Schneider has gone to the bullpen. It is being brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Liberty Mutual customizes your auto, home, and insurance so you only...
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Taken out of the game as a pitcher, but the Ohtani rule allows him to stay in as the DH. Ohtani, did he? Ohtani! Ohtani has done it again! His 3rd home run! An all-time game for an all-time player. 3 homers. He makes it 5-0. 114
off the bat, and this one only 427. It's the opposite way.
Yeah, he's alive. He's back. Speaking of upper body commando, no shame in their game.
Oh, hit the bat, and then the bat hit the helmet. It's a trick shot.
The big kitty's here. Well, the therapy rabbit, you mean?
Oh! Error on Endy Rodriguez, the Pirates' first baseman, who's fairly camped underneath it.
It's pretty cold down here, and I needed a hat. I didn't have one, so Mr. Met lent me his.
Oh, nobody caught it!
Boy, all sorts of communication issues between Rojas and Sosa.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
in the National League. Baker, the Tampa Bay's reliever, is on, and his first pitch is letter high fastball, strike one. Ryan Baker, like the 2 guys before him, Miller, 25 saves, Chapman 24. Baker enters with 25 saves this season, 28 opportunities for the first place Rays. Next one laced into right field. It's not going to get caught. It's down in front of Peters. A little 2-out rally here for the NL, leading 4.
That was a really short, compact, quick swing through the zone. You can see why he's in line for a batting title, as well as he hit that ball to the opposite field. Pure barrel and great balance.
Well, Sal Stewart now up. Struck out the last time he was at the plate. Baker's first one in there for a strike. Dotting the upper part of the zone. And it is 0-1. Baker's next one, that's a sword as Stewart was way out in front of a changeup.
And that's the example. He hasn't seen this, and that thing acted like a splitter. I mean, it just completely disappeared.
Oh, 2, 2 outs. And a high chopper fielded by Baker to first base. That will do it. The American League will end up beating the National League 4-0 after getting 3 in the first and a Vargas blast late. A dominant pitching performance by John Schneider's American League squad.
Well, you know, the arms that we're seeing, you know, this is the elite, and they know how to put up zeros, and they did against a formidable National League lineup, but it was a lot of swing and miss, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of off balance, and they didn't hurt themselves. Not a ton of walks, so there was very little traffic, and really came down to the first inning. You know, just Sanchez was struggling with command, and that was the difference. A couple lefties got hits off him, and then next thing you know, the pitching did the rest for the American League. So really, the story was, you know, were the arms, and they really showed up. And Schneider had all kinds of tools at his disposal, and they executed.
Miguel Vargas had the big blast. They sort of nickeled and dimed him in the first. There was a couple of walks there. There was some singles. It was Bellinger and Rice that helped give them a 3-0 lead. Bellinger with a couple of RBIs on a single, but it was the Vargas big blast that really was the nail in the coffin, given the arms coming out. For John Schneider, the American League first shutout in an All-Star game since 2013. After that first, it got quiet.
Yeah, National League really never threatened